charismatic. She's charismatic enough to get by, but not super
Here's a
bad.
better one. Oh my god. Why don't you give me your weapon so I can hit myself with it? Because it's anything better than you're doing right now.
Oh,
But you have to say that after they missed like 3 times, you know?
Oh, I know.
To complete your sentiment, Keen, you're thinking of the rogue warlock that got pushed down a flight of stairs.
Oof.
Don't
Probably.
ask. It was. You were thinking
Hi,
of Liliana.
everybody.
Sounds
Oops.
like, yep, we just went live. I'm gonna say hi now.
Oh, hello there.
We already know what
crocheting.
happened last week. Give me a warning.
No,
No
never.
warnings
There's
allowed.
never any
Yeah.
warning. It is so much better when it is raw like this.
I love the name of the club. It's just the Maimer.
The Maimer.
Maimer.
The Maimer. Look
The
at the
Maimer.
fucking. Look at what it does. Look
Yeah,
at
that's
the
why I want
shit
it.
that I made it do.
That's why I want it.
Yeah, but the bleed,
It's a namer.
bleed
That's all.
damage, man.
The concussion
Just like
effects, like
Concussion.
oh my
You
god.
can just break somebody's foot. It's like, yeah, I don't want you to leave.
So
Keen, I
here's
have
the
a
thing.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Really, really fast. With one of the abilities that
You are not allowed to stack on stacking on stacking on stacking. No.
Damn. I'm glad you saw. I'm glad you knew where I was going with that because my
Yep.
brain wasn't making the connections. But thank you.
Nope.
Damn, that would have been fun.
I have a
That
question.
ability will not ask. Okay, go ahead.
With the dagger, I see that
Mhm.
we're doing a lot of slashing damage.
No, it's supposed to be
Um,
piercing.
I was piercing. Well, it looked like it was slashing. Was it?
I don't know.
Or am I
Either
just
way,
blind?
daggers are piercing.
It's something.
Yep.
Daggers are piercing. The Maimer is bludgeoning, and the knuckles are also
Oh.
bludgeoning.
I was looking at the Maimer, and you know how the Maimer, you're like, oh, it'll like disrupt movements and different things like that.
Mhm, mhm.
Depending on what you roll, yeah.
The dagger, though, so the dagger, if you were to, I don't know, stab somebody in the hand, are they still going to be able to perfectly work with their weapon?
Oh, that's actually an interesting thought.
I personally would say it depends where you stab them.
Like, if I go straight through the hand and that person picks up their weapon, like, it doesn't matter. They're
Well,
maybe-
I mean,
Are you going
hypothetically,
through like
if you hit,
this or like this? Because
if you go into the hand and then you go this way, you have just cut everything going that way.
well, you
How is that
have to
person-
cut your bone.
So that will be.
That's where it gets difficult.
So I appreciate you guys asking me these questions quickly. So I will add that into the rules right now that on a critical hit, you render that hand useless.
as it say, 'cause a lot of it'll just depend because daggers are actually pretty like thin, so you can actually shoot between like the bones and stuff. And then you okay?
and I
Yeah.
was like,
That's why I was asking. Like, are you going in like horizontally, so like where you're pretty much cutting bone as you go through, or vertically to where you just go in between?
I'm really the only question about I was asking about this is
Actually-
because I remembered Valzana's brother and the cutting the Achilles heel in the back, and I was like, would that
Oh, that's wicked.
So when it comes to stuff like that, I will make the call as we go. Actually, so
Okay.
we'll still stay with the dagger, and I will make the call as the rolls go. Also,
can I
just
get
as a
that?
reminder, everybody, when you're rolling your 2-hit rolls, you should probably also roll D100s right after that, just to give you guys
That's
a little
right.
bit better of a chance to flavor everything and kind of give a general idea. Again, I don't mind that you guys take a little bit of time to flavor it up. This is a lot of information that I kind of threw on you guys last night, but I didn't want to give you guys too much information so that you guys could like strategize the hell out of your fights together. So yeah, those are the rules. I do believe there was one change I did want to make when it came to the cattle prod if it gets thrown in your fight.
I do remember you mentioning you were wanting to change it to cattle prod.
There is something along the lines of, oh no, maybe I did take it out. Nope, never mind. It is totally fine. So yeah, so the cattle prod, this one has 5 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 or more of its charges to cast the spell Witch Bolt. Now, Witch Bolt is a concentration spell. In this case, it's not. So it will not continue to
It
to
won't
work.
arc.
Oh,
It's just a burst damage thing.
Okay.
However, there will be a dexterity saving throw instead of an attack roll for this attack. This save DC will be 16. You can increase the spell slot level by 1 for each additional charge you spend. This spell is a cast as a melee attack. You must be within 5 feet of the target to use it. Upon a success, as long as the enemy stays within 10 feet of you, the wand will continue to do 1d12. Doesn't matter whether you cast it at 5th level, 3rd level, 1st level, or whatever it worked out to be. It'll only be 1d12 on each additional round as long as that person stays within 10 feet of you. Now, the one thing I forgot to mention about that, and I should probably put this in now, is with the cattle prod, if you are using that and you have another weapon, it will have the amount of things you can do with that weapon, i.e. the dagger has technically 4 attacks on it. You would only have 2. So 1 action, 1 reaction, or 1 action, 1 bonus action, no reactions, that kind of thing. The cattle prod was meant to be one and done, be done with it. But I also wanted to give you guys the ability to just, keep advancing on them, and it's like, are you gonna try and, that kind of thing. No, there is no changes to the cattle prod, but just wanted to let you guys know about that. You know what? Actually, seeing as we're live, let me just quickly do a rundown for the audience as to what these weapons all are on a general basis here. So there is a dagger called the Dagger of Bleeding, or of the Dagger of... Oh, for crying out loud. I don't remember what I just called it. I do. Bleeding Strikes.
That was daggers of bleeding something or
Bleeding
other.
Strikes, yes. Okay. So it's a +2 weapon. On a hit, the creature must make a Constitution saving throw. The DC for it will be 8, plus either your Dex or Strength, whichever one you use for this strike, plus your proficiency. On a failed save, they are affected by the bleeding effect and take an additional 2d4 damage at the start of each turn. The bleeding can be stopped by either spending an extra action to quickly wrap it, or a successful medicine check if they are proficient with herbalism kits against your save DC. This is also an action. The bleed effect can only stack up to 3 times, so at any point, you could be doing 6d4 worth of damage. This dagger does variable damage, so on a successful hit, you must roll a d100. 1 to 33, standard 1d4 damage as a dagger. 34 to 66, the damage turns into a 2d6. 67 to 99 is a 1d4 and a 1d8. It's actually... Oh, it's supposed to be 2d4 and 1d8. Uno momento.
Oh.
Because that is the same amount of damage. The weapon will not say 1d4. The weapon will still say 1d4, I think. So just make sure you know that for dagger users, that it will be 2d4 and 1d8. On a critical hit, you cause an additional stack of bleed on the target. If you are maxed, you can add a 4th stack. I mean, again, we're 5 rounds in, so there's only a 5-round fight, so the chances of it actually getting up to 4 stacks, probably not possible, but I wanted to make sure it was there just in case. The dagger has 3x attacks, so 4 if you have the extra attack class feature. You can use any number of these 3 attacks as a reaction, including making 2 reactions. These reactions are triggered after a successful attack against you. So if somebody attacks you, you just use a reaction and you make that roll right away. If you use 1 action, then you can have 2 reactions. If you use a reaction, a bonus action, you have 1 more. That kind of thing. So the brass knuckles, also known as the knuckles of crippling force. They are also a +2. These knuckles are always used in pairs and will require a bonus action and action to use, unless you have extra attack. Then you can make a 3rd hit using your extra attack. You use this strength or dex for these weapons, your choice. Again, knuckles do varying damage, so on a successful hit, roll a d100. 1 to 33, 2d4. 34 to 66, 2d6. 67 to 100, I don't know why I put 99, 3d4 and 2d6. These things can fucking hurt. The bonus action hit is reduced. So on a 1 to 33, it's a 1d6, 34 to 66, 2d4, 67 to 100, 2d4, and 1d6. On a critical hit, these knuckles will snap a creature's bone in half if you have a strength score above 16. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That appendage will be broken. Again, can be fixed by a cleric or somebody that has a lesser restoration spell. These knuckles have the chance to break bones as the fight goes on. So while you're rolling your attack, you want to roll a d100 against the sharp below on the successful landing of a hit. So if you have a strength of 13 to 15, if you roll a 1 to a 10, it will break a bone. A 1 to 22, break a bone. 1 to 36 on the third round. 1 to 52 on the fourth round, 1 to 70 on the fifth round. So as you are continuously using these knuckles, the more and more you're fighting with them, the more and more you're hitting with them, the better chance you have of actually breaking another person's bones. If your strength is a 10 to 12, this is reduced. So first round would be 1 to 5, second 1 to 11, third 1 to 18, fourth 1 to 26, and fifth 1 to 35. That is the 3 weapons. So now, again, as I said, math for the hits will be 2 plus your d20 roll, plus your strength or dex, plus your proficiency. Everyone's proficient, and damage for these weapons will be calculated the same way. 2 plus your die roll, plus your strength or dex, plus your proficiency. Then we have the Maimer. So this is basically a club with metal spikes in it. This one's a 2-handed weapon. It resembles a club with metal spikes, like I said. The weapon deals variable damage. 1 to 33, 2d6. 34 to 66, 2d6 and 2d4. And 67 to 99 is a 3d4, 1d6, and a 1d8. On a successful hit, you also want to roll another d100. On a 1 to 33, this will apply a bleed effect, very similar to the dagger. On a 34 to 66, it will cause a maim effect, which we will talk about in a minute. 67 to 75 will cause an injury on the lingering injuries table. And 76 to 100, you will double your damage. Very similar to a critical hit. If you crit, and this is a note, if you crit and roll this, you do not take max from this roll. So if you 3d4, 1d6, and 1d8, you would just roll 68, 2d6, and 2d8. It wouldn't be like our crit insurance that we normally do, where you max out the first die and roll a second. The Maimer is a fucking brute. So the maim effects are as follows. So you roll a 1d6. And that is the person that is getting maimed. So in this case, I know that Ensign is using it, and I know that Case is also using it, so we'll use them as an example. So if Ensign rolls, and he rolls that 34 to 66, and he gets a maim effect on Case, Case will then roll a d6. So 1, you reduce the creature's maximum movement speed by 10 feet as you have broken their foot. 2, you reduce the creature's max dex and strength score by 2 as you have either maimed their hand or arm. 3, you reduce the creature's maximum HP by half of the damage you do with this attack. Recoverable by a long rest. Number 4, you impose disadvantage on all future attacks because you have pretty much blown out the retina in one of their eyes. Number 5, creature misses their next turn as they struggle to get up. This is basically like knocking them prone. Attacks against them are also at advantage for the next round. And if you roll a 6, you collapse the side of their head in. The creature will now have a concussion for the next 3d6 days. The concussed effects are disadvantage on death saving throws. Bright light reduces vision, which means you basically get disadvantage on perception checks using sight while not in dim light or darkness. Attack rolls may cause you to miss on a hit. I, the DM, will roll a d100. On a 1 to 33, attacks are reduced by 1d4. 4 to 76, attack is normal. And 77 to 100, attacks are reduced by 1d6. Those are the three main weapons. Now we have the cattle prod and the razor wire, and just to quickly go over those, the cattle prod has 5 charges. You can expend 1 charge all the way up to 5 charges, basically. Per charge you spend up to 3rd. I think that was the change, and I forgot to make it. You can only do this at 3rd level, so you can just expend 3 charges, or you can go full on with the 5 charges. If you choose to use all 5, you can use the overdrive effect. Upcast the spell to 5th level. No save DC, so it's an immediate hit, but you will also take equal to half the damage dealt. And this is, again, Witch Bolt, so 5d12. Maximum is, 60 points of damage, so you can take up to a maximum 30 point of damage yourself. The razor wire. By the way, the cattle prod is the only weapon that does not have a +2. Probably state that. The razor wire. You have a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon. When you make an attack with the weapon, whether it be a hit or a miss, you, the person that makes the attack, will take 2d4 piercing damage because you are literally holding on to razor wire. On a successful attack, the target must make a DC 17 Dex saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 3d10 piercing damage, is knocked prone, and is stuck in the wire. The target can attempt to remove themselves from the wire. As an action, on each of the turns, they can repeat the saving throw, and on a success, they are free. While the target remains stuck in this wire, they take 1d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet of movement they take, or every attack they make, no matter if it hits or not. If the target is still restrained by this wire at the end of their turn, so the second turn that they're stuck in it, they take an additional 1d4 piercing damage. If they remain stuck for more than 2 rounds, the wire buries in so deep that they become restrained, grappled, and incapacitated. Okay. That is that. Is there any quick questions before we start our night? Okay, cool. Nobody is doing a recap tonight. Everybody put inspiration on your character sheets. You are all getting inspiration for the evening. You guys are all going to need all the help you guys can get because you guys are going to be fighting against each other and all of that. So, yeah.
It's always so scary when the DM is like super nice and helpful, and you're nothing like that.
Yep. Also, as a note, as I said, the cage is climbable. So the fall damage is a little different than normal fall damage. It is 40 feet tall. However, if you are hit while holding onto the cage, a strength saving throw will be required. Very similar to that of concentration throws. So if, if for spell concentration, it's either 10 or half damage, whichever is greater. The first 10 feet, you will take 1d6 of fall damage. The next 10 feet, so 11 to 20, is 1d10. 21 to 30 is 2d8. And 31 to 40 is 2d12. This is because of the fact that you guys will literally be falling on graded metal. So the metal underneath your guys' bodies is not flat. It's not, so you guys are going to be taking a little bit extra damage if you do choose to fly or to climb up and fall. For the viewers, everybody will be starting at 80 HP for the evening. If they are not already at 80, they will be getting temporary HP that can obviously not be re-healed by any means. And that is pretty much it. So with that, I'm just going to give a quick recap and then we'll get started. So last time on the Unlucky Rollers, Tyranny of Dragons, the party had basically fast traveled through 6 days of travel. Along the travel route, they were being circled by these footsteps that every time somebody got close, disappeared. They couldn't figure it out why. And this happened every single night. And the more and more nights they got closer and closer to El Terrell, the more and more footsteps seemed to be circling the encampment while they made camp. As they approached El Terrell, they saw shadowy figures on the both north and south flanks of them as they approached the city. When they finally made it to the city, everybody had to sign their names into the guest book of Elturel. Does everybody remember what their names were?
Vaguely.
Vaguely.
My name was Keith when it was signed, but it wasn't signed by me because Keith doesn't know how to write.
Yes, that's right. I remember that. I think Bess was the one that ended up having to sign your name.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah, I thought like, that's how to do it because like, I thought like, man, would they have taught Keith how to write? Probably not.
No doubt, no doubt.
I remember mine.
Not hard to remember when you use your real name. Dun, dun, dun.
Right. I mean, Bess didn't have a choice. She was pretty much stuck with her real name because everybody knew who she was. So anyways, you guys all eventually signed your names. I believe Cadrin used the moniker of Serene. Ensign used his middle name, Frederick. Keith was just Keith, as Vesperia signed him in. Laurel was Laurel. Ember called herself Adira, and Volzana called herself Herbalor. Keo also named himself as Keo. So that is that. I think that is that part. Okay. So eventually you guys, finally signed your names. You guys made your way into the city. You guys made your way promptly. The cart gave you no choice. The cart knew it was home and went directly to the Mindforge establishment, where a man that looked very similar to that of Escobar the Red from Greenest. You found out shortly thereafter that it was his cousin. But spitting image, very, very creepy how twin-looking they looked. He, took his cart back, said that anytime you guys wanted to, use it for a fee, he would loan it out to you guys. And you guys made your way to the Talval residence. Upon reaching it, you guys had some words with Vesperia's mother, and then you guys had some words with yourselves. Relatively throughout the night, a few different things had happened. And Vesperia's handmaiden had taken her off to get ready for dinner. You guys had been given clothes to make yourselves ready for dinner. You guys all made your way up the stairs to the dining hall, where you guys had ordered your soups or salads to start before dinner. And unfortunately, you guys all ended up, most of you guys ended up eating. I believe that
It was me and Ensign that didn't.
I got
there it is. I was just looking for the notes there. So Ensign and Keith did not eat, nor did Laurel.
No,
Amber.
Keith ate.
Keith
Oh,
ate.
Keith ate.
Keith
But you
ate.
that's right.
It was
I
Volzana.
failed hard.
Volzana.
Volzana, you're not on my list. Awesome. It was Volzana that didn't eat?
Yeah.
Volzana stopped Ensign from eating.
Said don't eat unless
Right.
everybody's here. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I, for some reason, did not put Volzana on my list. Awesome. Okay, so you did not eat. So Ensign, Keith, and Volzana are completely coherent.
No, Keith is
unfortunately-
out. Keith ate.
Oh, that's right. Keith was like
Keith is slumped.
KO'd.
Yeah, I rolled
remember
like I think I rolled like a
smacking him.
5
I
on
did
the
not do a very good
concept.
job of putting this in my notes, guys. I apologize. I'm glad I'm quickly making sure. Ensign did not eat food. Keith was KO'd. Ember is under a stage 3 of level of exhaustion. However, they will not take the middle effect, which I believe is. Give me a second here. I'm just pulling up the exhaustion. So both Kadrine, Ember, as well as Keo are all under a 3rd level of exhaustion. However, they are not having their speeds halved as of yet. So for a certain amount of rounds, that will be happening. And Ensign immediately put up his hell sight and determined that there was, in fact, 3 shadowy looking assassins hiding hiding in invisibility. And that is pretty much where we had left off. So, as we begin our evening, you guys are in combat. Did we roll initiative last week? No, we did not.
No, we saved it for this week.
That is correct. Okay.
Why am I all the way over here?
Oh, geez. Sorry, what was that?
Good question.
Oh no, I was. So I looked at the map and I was like, "Why the hell is Catherine sitting all by herself?"
Well,
At the head of the table, so I moved.
I did use the map to my best ability. I don't know where it is now, and that's roughly where everybody was sitting. Oh wait, Adrian, you're not supposed to be there. You're supposed to be over here. There you go. You're sitting over by
What?
Keo.
I was sitting beside Laurel. How?
No, you weren't. 1 second.
I was. Wasn't I?
Yeah.
I have my notes. 1
I was
second.
so
Let me just
excited
find
about
them
it. I thought it
quickly.
wasn't wanted to be
Sitting
friends.
next to Laurel.
It was an important moment for Laurel.
I may have screwed this all up, guys, and I apologize. Give me a second here. I'm just trying to find where the hell is my table drawing. I literally drew this down so I could make sure that when I made the battle map for you guys this week, that it would be all okay. And I'm failing miserably, so, you know, there's that.
I mean, functionally, it doesn't really matter. I just
Functionally,
One
it
sit
doesn't
beside-
really matter, but
to
it
sit
also
beside Laurel.
kind of, there it is. Okay, so. Yeah, no, okay, so, sorry. Laurel is supposed to be right here, and there we go. There. Are you happy now?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
My apologies. I got the order mixed up when I put Laurel down for either left or right. So, yeah, everybody, while I add your guys' turns to the initiative, if you guys could all roll me said initiative and place it on the combat tracker for me to make my job a little bit easier.
I'm assuming not if you're out. Slash,
Yeah, no,
not even on the
you
map.
got pricked in the side of the neck and are not
I'm on the full
currently
other
here.
side of the house right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
yikes.
Have fun,
Cue,
guys.
I don't
Cue
know
the
how to add
snoring
myself to the
sounds.
initiative tracker.
This.
Oh, that did
Doesn't
not work.
work.
Nothing added. Interesting. 1 second here. There we go.
Oh, that's magic. Okay.
That was weird. All right.
This is thematically accurate.
You roll dog shit.
I rolled a 4, but I'm also drugged, so.
That's fair.
Ensign out here speedy as fuck.
He was
Natural 20.
I mean, that totally makes sense.
I got a dirty 20.
so suspicious.
Holy shit, how are you so good being drugged? Unfair.
Are you got you Kadrine and Ember, you are rolling at disadvantage for your initiative, correct?
The joke's on me. I rolled
My
straight
options-
because
my-
my something gives me advantage on initiative.
Okay, so
So-
you roll it straight. Okay.
Yep.
I was about to say
And I
my
still rolled like
options were a nat 20 and a 17. So I'll take the 17.
Okay, perfect. All right. Give me 1 second here while I finish rolling the initiative for these guys, and then we'll get started.
Fun.
So one thing as we're getting this all set up is Ensign, you put out your vision, so you know where they are, but as soon as your vision disappeared, they are still 100% invisible. Like, you cannot see them.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second here.
Hey, you know what? Haley's going to step on a soapbox really quick while Kyle's busy. So, I think the spells like fog cloud, darkness, super useless, because why wouldn't you want to be able to see? Fun fact, this is exactly when you want to use them. If you cast darkness or fog cloud, which makes it so that they can't see you as well as you can't see them, everything's a straight roll because everybody can't see. Fun fact.
Right.
I was just so excited the one time I figured that out that I was like, holy shit. So invisible enemies. Now's the time for like marine layer. Good tips. Oh, also, Kyle, where is the hallway that we came from?
So technically the hallway you guys came from would be over here to the south, or to the east, sorry.
So, I'm really close to that hallway, good to know.
Keo has to roll a disadvantage. Well, sorry, I was trying to set this all up, and then we went into rules explanation for everything, so I was like, okay. Oh, damn, a natural 20 would have been nice. All right.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Okay. Apparently we're still on the Barovia battle map. What? Hold up, guys. Sorry. I can fix this while we're doing this. Okay, so yeah, Ensign, you put out your health site just before the fight. That's what initiated the combat for you. What do you want to do with your turn?
My house site went off, and I can see that there are the 3 shadows in front, and then I can see one that's directly in front of me. I would literally just jump the whole fucking table.
Yep.
Dun. Calm down, swinging hard, because this is Ensign we're talking about here.
And I will let you roll this as a normal roll because it's within your 6 seconds of combat. So you still technically see this guy.
It's a natural 20.
Nice. All right. Good start. All right. Roll that damage, buddy.
What are we doing here? Good God. So one of those is max.
Yep. So max plus a regular roll.
19. 25 points of slashing damage.
25 points of slashing damage. You come like leaping over the table and down with your sword at the same time as this guy.
Second attack, because I have extra attack.
Yep.
That's a 19 plus 9.
Which will hit.
I'm gonna pump a chromatic charge into this.
Okay.
So then we go 3, 8 plus 6 is 14 points of slashing damage and 3 points of lightning damage. Obviously now because I can see the motherfucker, I rained into him. Bonus action, put a seal on him. That's my turn.
Okay.
And I literally just fuck.
All right, Ember, as you see Ensign fly over the table at something behind you, it is your turn. Laurel, you were on deck, and then one of these the creature that Ensign just attacked, which is now visible, will be up after that.
Well, she's gonna see him kind of bolting over and what in the hell? And she's gonna cast Shield of Faith. So Ensign, you're gonna get a +2 bonus to your AC for up to 10 minutes. Or at least until she passes out.
Well, even though I don't think any of us are wearing armor, because we were going to dinner.
Yep, none of you were wearing armor, by the way.
Exactly.
All right, good to know.
Enjoy your buff. And that's all she's doing for right now. She's going to turn around in her chair and kind of face and watch so she can keep her eyes on him.
Okay. Laurel, you are up.
Cool. So as I mentioned last time, Laurel has up to this point had a really vacant look on her face. She's going through it right now, and she's going to turn at the sudden Ensign jumping over the table and I guess spot the one assassin.
Yep.
And I guess because Kate and Laurel right next to me, you're going to hear me kind of mutter, no, not again. And I'm going to kind of stumble out of my chair and kind of run around the side of the table as I keep my eyes trained on that assassin, but I will do nothing else. Kyle,
the assassin right in front of Ensign there, looks at him after that vicious assault. He's going to use his bonus action to disengage.
Bitch.
Memento. And then you are going to watch as he disappears again. As the light in this room is dim. Just as I should have probably set the scene a little better. So the light in this room is very dim. Yes, there is light coming off of each one of the lanterns, but it is very mood setting, so it is dim light. You guys can obviously all see, but he does become invisible again. I'm actually going to put all of these guys back to invisible because you guys don't actually know where they are. Keo is up next. Doesn't know what to think of this, and is just going to lumber his way up here towards you guys. And look at Ensign. What do you see? Where did they go? And
you gotta give me a minute, Keo.
Okay. Ensign, I need.
Hold on. The one guy that's invisible that I marked is not invisible to me.
Oh, okay. Perfect. I will put him out, but it is invisible to everybody else.
Yeah, I see the seals on their forehead as a glowing mark. So
perfect.
Even if he goes invisible, I still see this dude just kind of floating in the air.
Okay. Ensign, as you feel this wind brush past you and you feel something wrap around you, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I'm not good at these. Canonically. Yeah, it's an 8.
All of a sudden, as you feel these arms clench around you, you feel your body go weightless and you are no longer in the room.
I'm sorry, what now?
Huh.
He just disappeared in front of Keo's eyes as well as anybody else is staring at him.
So, Embers, does that mean that breaks the concentration then?
Yep.
I'd assume.
That's horrifying.
As far as you are concerned, Ember, he is no longer on this plane.
Oh, that's great.
Bye, guys.
Assassin number 2 is going to try and do the same thing to Keo. Keo is going to roll his dexterity saving throw, which is at disadvantage because of the exhaustion, and he rolls a 3. You watch as Keo disappears.
We watched our 2 conscious heavy hitters just vanish.
Volzana, you were up. Kadrian, you were on deck. Keith is unconscious, so he's over there.
Okay, so seeing how these two people kind of freaking appeared, she's going to run up to here, kind of over the table, and kind of get over here, and she's going to cast Thunder Wave. Because she's freaking out. That's a 15-foot cube. I think she's far enough away. No. She has a movement speed 35. So plop it up one more. There. Yeah, sorry to anybody this hits, because she's freaking out. And that's gonna be you.
You're putting a 15-foot cube down. Uno momento.
Yes.
I will put the cube down. I was trying to get these working for you guys, but they are not correct. Oh, this one is. Okay, there you go. Where do you want to put the... You should be able to control that.
Should be able to?
Yep. If you can't, let me know and I'll move it for you.
Hang on. I scrolled up like an idiot. Okay. It says a wave of thunder is originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. So no, it's from me.
Oh, okay. So there's no actual movement, so it would be right about there then? You can kind of see the dark black square on there.
Yeah, I figured it was around me. I didn't realize it was forward.
So like this?
Yes.
Okay, you reach out, you kind of like extend your arms, and this thunderous wave blasts out from you.
And it is
And your insight is enough to know that there is nothing in that general vicinity.
Okay. Just gonna kind of curse under her breath, now knowing that everybody's gone.
I think this is actually should be technically bigger on this case. So it's a 15-foot cube.
It's a 15-foot cube.
Like, yeah, I guess that's right then.
It's a 15-foot cube.
Yep, it's because I mean, because of the way the D&D works, it's technically 20, but...
Yeah, but it's okay.
Okay, anything else with your turn, Valzana?
No, she's gonna kind of start cursing and go, they're gone, they're nowhere here.
All right, Kadrine, you're up.
All right. I'm going to look sort of bleary-eyed to the empty seat at my side that used to have Laurel in it, and look over to see that she has migrated away from whatever is happening, and my eyes would sort of blink very slowly and heavily, and I'll turn back to where Valzana is, shouting about, they're gone, they're nowhere here, and just say, who was here? Because I didn't see anybody.
Makes sense. You're
I
also
know that
groggy. You don't know what the heck's going
Ensign
on.
and Keo are there, but and that's what I do on my turn.
Okay. Kaith is unconscious. Ensign is no longer of this realm. Ensign, you are... because I can't put you on two different maps at once. Your eyes focus slightly. It's very, very dark. You can barely see 5 feet in front of you, but all you see is stone, and right in front of you a cage-looking door.
Ah, fuck.
You are no longer with any of your items either, including your metal disc.
At least they, left my pants.
Yeah, you're still clothed. That is about it.
Very
Your
important.
backpack,
Are we fighting this cage fight in like really nice clothes? Because that's hilarious.
Yes, you are.
Oh my god. Anyone
They
who
have to do
got
my nice
dressed is
flags,
gonna be
too.
like James Bonding it in this
Hey.
game.
Hey,
So, Ensign,
can I get I don't want to ruin my nice clothes. Can I get a change?
You get
Please?
you get no response.
Ah, fuck.
Ember, you are up. Laurel, you are on deck, and then there's a bunch of other crap going on.
Well, shit. Yeah, see, too bad that doesn't actually work for what I wanted to do. She's just gonna toss out another shield of faith at the war mage. I think that's what I'm next to.
At Kadrine,
Right.
there? Okay.
Kadrine, yes. Sorry, Kate, I blinked on your name for a split second.
All good.
So you got a plus 2 buff.
All right. And Laurel, what are you doing?
Having just seen people just disappear, which is extra scary, and not knowing where it's coming from, wild-eyed and just looking absolutely heartbroken. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to use my full movement to leave the room and go into the hallway. I'm going to place my lantern on a side table or something where it looks decorative.
When you go to try and run out of the room, you hit something solid.
Oh, fuck. Hate that. Can I get around it? Does it feel like a person?
Yes, it does actually. I'll say that.
I will bonus action Misty Step into that hallway.
Nice.
Yeah. Bonus action Misty Step, and again, I'm going to take out my lantern, find a table where it'll look decorative, hope I'm not seen, and use my action to disappear into it and hide.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. I need a dexterity saving throw from you, Kadrine. As you feel you feel something wrap around you and start to squeeze tight.
Well, wouldn't you know? They were both a 2 for a 3.
You also, unfortunately, you feel yourself go weightless and feel like as you go weightless, you lift it up and then. Okay, this one is back. Give me a second here. I just got to reposition. Boom, boom, boom. Balzana, it is your turn. Kadrine, you're on deck, so we'll have a moment with you, and then, yeah.
Probably from seeing everybody steadily start just kind of disappearing, Balzana is going to crouch into basically the fetal position, take her blanket from around her waist, which was still there, and hold on to it and cry.
Okay. Ensign, one thing you do hear, like maybe a second after you are, you come to and you see the cage in front of you, is you do hear what sounds like Kiyo yelling out, like, "Let me out of here!"
Keep trying. You're doing wonderful.
Kadrine, you also come to for a brief moment. You kind of clear the sleep out of your eyes or whatever's going on, and you also see a very dark lit room, and 5 feet in front of you, a steel cage. Kadrine, do you have dark vision?
I do.
You do. Okay. Give me a second here. Let me pull up this other map because I have. So, Kadrine, with your dark vision, you do see Ensign directly across from you, approximately 20 feet away.
I just, with my eyelids heavy, I really, the last thing I saw before I was put in this cage was, or an aunt heard, was Laurel saying that she was so sorry and running away. And as I succumb to my drugs, I think to myself, this bitch is part of a setup. And then I am unconscious.
The fuck was that? Did they hear the thud?
That is Kadrine. Kaith is still unconscious. Ensign, you do not have dark vision, correct?
Nope. General human, buddy.
Yep. You do not see anything. Kadrine, did you actually speak out?
No.
No, I just heard her body hit the floor and was like,
Yeah. So you do
Yeah,
hear...
I guess I might have muttered to myself, but I don't know if it would have been like intelligible since I'm
So
drugged.
Ensign, yeah, Ensign with the roar of Kyo, and now this other body that just got dropped to the ground, and this muttered whisper. You know that you're not alone, but you don't know who just popped up near you.
you know what?
Ember. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just gonna sit down.
Okay. Ember, you are up.
So she's gonna kind of like very groggily, kind of like, okay, people are disappearing. So she's gonna drop and like crawl under the table towards the only other person that's still in the room. And like once she gets to this other side, she's gonna go over and like poke him, like, where's everybody going? And hope he wakes up. Helpful for the day.
Okay. So that is your turn then?
Yep, she's away from the thunder and like right over next to Cave.
Okay. Essen, okay, is going to... There. Kyo, yells out, "Is anybody out there?"
Right
And
here,
then-
buddy.
Free reaction, Ensign. I'm right here. Okay. Ember, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
With disadvantage, that is a 17.
You feel these arms wrap around you, and you start to feel this weightlessness, but then you feel your feet touch the ground again as the arm as this pressure around your belly disappears.
Okay, whatever. Okay, that's not cool. Are you okay? She's gonna yell over. Are you okay?
Who are you yelling to?
The only other person that's in the room aside from the passed out case.
Valzana, who's crying.
Valzana. Yes.
Crying.
All she
very
sees
well.
is you like in a little ball, and she's like, "You okay?" She's like on the verge of passing out.
Oh. They're crying.
Ember, another dexterity saving throw at disadvantage, please.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know if this one's gonna do it. That would be a 15.
You feel the arms wrap around you again, and just as your feet lift off from the ground, it drops you, and you're back on the ground.
Okay, I don't like this parlor trick anymore. This is not fun.
Valzana, you are up.
Same. She's not really doing much.
You're still crying. Okay.
Oh yeah, she's not moving. Except for maybe she might like start, I don't know, trying to crawl towards the door. But
okay,
it's not gonna go very far.
So
oh, there's a table.
Crawl,
is that a table?
Yeah, so that's a table. So if you're gonna crawl, I would say that you're prone, so we'll go half movement, so you can move up to half your movement speed.
It's about 15. So she can kind of make it to the edge of the table. Like somewhere around here.
Okay. Kadrine, as you, I know you were saying you had passed out, but you can, while you are unconscious, you hear the scream of Kyo. You also hear another voice, you would assume, with your, I mean, if you want a passive insight, you've been with Ensign for quite a while. You would hear, you think what you heard is Ensign responding to the communication between him and Kyo. Anything you want to do? Do you want to stir?
My eyelids flutter a bit. They're so damn heavy. So,
Okay.
no, I just stay drugged.
Okay, so Kadrine, you are now officially under the 5th level of exhaustion, and I need you to roll me a 1d4, please.
1d4. It's 1.
Okay. So you are not officially asleep yet, but at the end of your next turn, you will end up going to 6th level of exhaustion, and in this case, not death, but unconsciousness.
Great.
Kaith is still 100% asleep. Ensign, it is your turn.
Yeah, Keo, stop yelling. You're going to blow your lungs out.
I don't care. I'm going to rip these motherfuckers limb from limb.
Okay, good luck with that. I'm going to sit here and twiddle my thumbs.
Ember, you're up.
Bonus action, twiddle.
Oh, bonus action what?
Twiddle, like twiddle my thumbs.
Ember, you're up.
So because she's felt something try to grab her twice from behind now, she's gonna kind of blindly reach back and try to hit whatever it is with an inflict wounds.
Okay, roll the attack at disadvantage.
Yeah, I know. 17.
Roll your damage.
Oh hell yeah! Doing that through D&D Beyond because that's a lot of dice. 29 points of necrotic damage.
Nice. 29, you said?
2-9, good sir. 2-9.
Nice. All right. 29's a necrotic. So you realize like your insight is so great, and you are able to just reach out as these shadowy arms kind of try and squeeze at you, and you kind of grab at their arms, and you just inflict as much necrotic damage as you possibly can from your hate, your rage, and your frustration. And you are able to inflict 29 points of damage. However, you do feel like you could have done more, as it only does half damage.
Let me guess. Make another dex save?
No, not yet.
Oh, thank God. Oh, that's really all she can do. Well, screw it. We're gonna play the fun game and go over the table. She's gonna slide under the table again.
As you try and do that, now it will make you make the dex save.
Yeah,
as it
I knew it was coming.
Again.
Did I get lucky with another 15?
Yes, you did. You
Thank
were able
God.
to slip as you feel these shadowy whatever arms, as we would call it, try and grab at your arms and pull you away from this plane. You were able to just dive right underneath the table. I'm gonna say that yeah, you're at the other just at the other side of the table there. As you only get about 15 feet of movement because you kind of did this like baseball slide under the table.
Exactly 15 feet. We're good.
Yep. Perfect. All right. However, I need you to make me another dex saving throw as you feel these another set of arms try and grab you. What did you roll?
I just said that and I was muted that whole friggin' time.
No
that
worries.
would be a 9. You win, God. You got me.
All right. You feel as your body becomes weightless. You and as your body blinks from this plane to another, you fall unconscious as well. You are now at 5 levels of exhaustion at the end of your turn.
Woohoo! Most exhaustion ever. Fun stuff.
for those people that are so for Ensign and Catering, you can hear as Keo is like using his full force to try and smash against these cages. He is angry, and you can just hear the ferocity in his voice as he rages out, trying to crash against these cages. You don't hear anything more. You don't hear a rending of metal. You don't hear the cage give. These cages are basically immune to breaking.
I guess kudos to the craftsman, but fuck.
Probably one of those fucking dwarves.
Keith has been moved toward. Keith has been automatically moved because of things. Laurel, because you're in your lamp, I guess you would not be able to make a dexterity saving throw, correct?
I guess not.
Yeah,
My lantern
okay.
has an AC and HP, but it doesn't exactly make dex saves.
Yeah, I don't know if you feel this, but your lamp all of a sudden becomes weightless.
I can perceive things that are happening outside of my lamp.
Okay.
To I think
So
a
you
range of
do-
30 feet.
So you feel as your lamp comes off the ground, you feel as it becomes lost in this realm of nothingness, as the plane that you know that you were on becomes non-existent. Everybody, as you all or as this happens, we're gonna skip ahead 24 hours. We are now officially out of combat, and you all are no longer exhausted. You guys can go back to no levels of exhaustion for those who were. You guys are all in individual cages as you all wake up. I will move you guys to your prison.
Valzana got snatched, right?
What's that?
Valzana got snatched, right? Or is she still in that room? 'Cause I thought.
Oh, that's right.
Uno momento.
Let's just leave her behind. It's fine.
Crying
No.
under
You could have got lucky. You reminded the teacher that you had homework. What
no,
are you
I
doing?
didn't want her there crying under the table, clutching her blanket, begging for her
Okay,
life.
Valzana, one second. You know, let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. Uno momento. I'm sorry. I totally forgot that there was one more person. Okay, Valzana. It is your turn.
Lord.
What do you want to do with your turn?
Oh, that's so bad. So again, she just wanted to go under the table. That was it.
Okay.
Except for she would kind of like kick it over. And yeah, that's about it. To try and like hide behind it like some cover. But that's it.
Okay. Catering, as you're slowly falling to more and more closer to unconsciousness, you feel you hear thud, thud, thud as a few more bodies appear. A couple more bodies appear in other cells from you. And unfortunately, at the end of this turn, you finally do succumb to your unconsciousness, and you are no longer able to perceive anything that comes from this world. Ensign, you've also heard this thud as two more bodies have been dropped around you. It is your turn. What do you want to do?
If I'm at the point of twiddling my thumbs and I hear a couple more thuds, I'm gonna roll over and go to bed.
Okay. Ember.
I know what scenario is fucking happening here.
No worries.
Yo.
No worries. Ember, you also hear two more thuds. You hear the screams of Keo. You hear the smashing against metal, trying to break free of these cage doors. It is your
Just because she has dark vision, does she see anybody?
turn. Give me a second. Let me pull up that map. where is Ember? Apparently, I need to put you in a cage because apparently I did not. No
Yeah,
memento.
the rogue's free. Go run.
Groggily run somewhere.
Yeah, basically knowing my luck, I'd run into another jail cell, but it is what it is.
From your vantage point, unfortunately, the way that this is working out, you don't see anybody else. Yeah. You see, you have dark vision or no?
Yes, I do. That's why I asked.
So 60 feet out from you, you see a wall. You see a wall. You do see a couple of guards posted out from you actually.
I'm too tired. I'm gonna go to bed now.
You do actually. I need you to roll me a 1d4, please.
Okie dokie.
As
Two.
you are now, sorry, a 2. Okay, so you are on 5 levels of exhaustion.
Yay.
Okay, as this Valzana, can you please make me a dexterity saving throw? As you feel these arms wrap around you. You are muted.
That's a 10.
Okay, yeah, you feel the same weightlessness as you are also lifted out of this plane.
Yeah, so she's screaming bloody murder.
Okay.
Just absolute highest pitch, absolute scream as she is pretty sure she's dying.
There you go. You feel as you're as you get dropped about 5 feet and you land on the ground. You guys are now able to see the new map, I hope.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All in. So, and I don't know if you're gonna be sleeping anytime soon with that
I
screaming.
just gotta say, I love how out of everybody, she's the only one who screamed. The rest of us all just kind of were like, oh, okay.
As Volzana gets dropped to the ground and starts screaming, unfortunately, the only person that doesn't hear it currently is Kadrine. Volzana, it is still technically, we'll go back to your turn for a moment. Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
So you are able to currently see right across from you through these steel gates, Kaith, who is unconscious lying on the ground.
That would be a great thing if she wasn't had face buried in her blanket screaming.
Ensign, Laurel, Ember, you guys do hear this scream as you guys can all insight that it is Volzana that has that is screaming. She has finally joined you guys in this prison as well.
Normal
Ensign,
occurrences.
I
Average
guess she made
Tuesday.
it.
I'd still roll over and go to bed.
Okay. Kadrine, you are unconscious going 100%. Kaith is unconscious 100%. Laurel, what do you want to do?
In turn, survive appearing in this cell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No one's there to see it, but Laurel is curled up in her little home, muttering that she can't go back. I can't go back. I can't go back to that castle. I can't go back. I can't go back. You cannot get me. And it's just a repeat of that freaking out. And I will stay in there until I get booted.
Okay. Yeah, at this point in time, Ensign, Kadrine, Volzana, Kaith, Ember, and Keo are all under the effects of the magical suppression. Laurel, you are not, because it was a lamp that was put in your cage. Vesperia, you are also, you would notice that all of you all notice a collar around your neck with these little points sticking in, almost like a shock collar for a dog.
I'm not a fan of this.
Before we get to the rest of you, Ember, you are the last on the list of people. What do you want to do with this information? Again, you see the 2 guards. You don't see. Actually, you see 3 guards. You don't see anybody else. You're peering down a long hallway, but you do hear the roars of Kyo. What do you want to do?
She'll kind of like very shakily because she's getting ready to go down. She's tired. She's gonna walk up and grab the gate, and she's gonna like yell at the guards, "Hey, you! Where the hell are we? What the fuck's going on?"
Shut the fuck up! You will get your answer soon.
I don't like that answer. And then that's gonna be like the last thing she says right as she drops.
As you, just before you drop, you do see this metal cylinder poke through a cell to your south. So in this case, if you were looking at the door to your left, this metal cylinder, and you hear the sizzle of electricity as the cattle prod jolts into Kiyo's side, who has been trying to crash against these gates. Before you pass out.
Oh, poor Kyo.
With that, we are going to fast forward 24 hours. Anybody that has taken the effects of of exhaustion are no longer under exhaustion. It only lasted 1 day, which is not usual to the rules, but yeah, so Kadrine and Ember, you are no longer exhausted. You guys are back at 0 levels. Everybody is free to do what they want to do.
I assume that also means Keith and I are up.
That is correct.
Where the hell am I?
Can I get an insight or no, a history check from Ensign, Kadrine, Volzana, Laurel, Ember? Yep. Everybody but Vesperia, please, because that voice didn't sound right.
I have done the math, by the way, and I can be in my bottle for 24 hours if I expend every use of it that I have on hand.
No worries, no worries.
We'll have
an 11.
Oh,
you said this is what, history?
check. That's gonna be so good.
Oh, that is so bad. Wait, what did I roll?
19.
15.
26.
Holy shit. 18.
Very good at history.
Goddamn.
Okay, this one is up to you because you used a totally different accent there for a second. That is up to you whether you what you want to tell them or not.
It's morning.
So you guys have seen like Keith go down, but that was when his body was near physical death yet again. You've never seen Keith be forcibly put to sleep. This is not Keith.
All right. Well, since Kadrine can't even see Keith and wouldn't recognize the voice of Keith, I don't know how she would know it's Keith, but not Keith.
For those that cannot see, so Ensign, you can see him, but nobody else can. You guys are.
I can't see him.
I can. That's me, I believe.
Nope, you're right. You cannot. Volzana, sorry. Yes. My apologies. Volzana, you can definitely see that Keith, the voice came from Keith, but for everybody else, this is a voice you definitely have not heard before. And, but it does sound familiar to an extent.
It's like a very, very, somewhere in there's Keith in this voice, but it's definitely not Keith. You there, elf. Where am I?
Up someone new again?
Talking to Walzana.
Wait, what?
As she's sitting there, still clutching the blanket, looking at him like he is a foreign entity.
Oh, come on. Where am I?
What happened to you? What did they do to you?
I'm going to assume this has to do whatever this is. And
Can I hear this?
yeah,
Yeah.
he's not being quiet. He's
Yeah, no,
being rather loud.
everybody but Vess can hear this currently.
I'm going to assume Keith, not Keith, from Balzana's reactions. You're in a cage. Somewhere in Elturel, probably. Good enough?
At least I get some answers.
Good enough. I'm going to roll over and try and go back to sleep for a bit, you guys.
For everybody that is awake, you guys can all feel something that's not that you've never felt before. You guys feel again, like you said, these spikes on your neck.
A collar? Again?
Fozona, what do you mean a collar again?
Huh? Oh, you're here too? Is everybody here?
Kind of.
I think so.
Okay. That makes me feel a little better.
Great.
Are we in hell?
No, I can
No.
guarantee you this is not hell.
Okay.
Honestly,
Not enough flames.
That would be much more enjoyable than this.
Yeah. Vess.
Something's
What?
possessed Kate. Something's possessed Kate, and I don't know what it is. It
Vess.
looks the same.
Anybody got eyes on Vess?
No.
I can only see the elf across from me.
At the calling for Vess, I think I'll slip out of my lantern because I can't speak through it. Are you sure we're still in Elturel?
I'm making an assumption.
All right. She might still have my tooth. I could try to talk to her.
Wait, I thought she gave the tooth to Scaredy Cat over there.
Yeah.
I have it.
Yep.
Yep.
Actually, Ensign does not have it.
Well, no,
But-
I don't have anything on me, so.
Laurel, you can go ahead and try and reach out.
I would love to use the alternate, like the other option, and use the viewing version. I just want to see where it is.
Okay. You see out the eyes of, if you are looking at the map, you should be able to see out the eyes of this guy right over here.
So this punk has my tooth.
Yep.
What a
So you
bitch.
are, as you're looking out the eyes, you do see two guard drakes directly south from him, surrounding a door that is closed.
Cool. So is he holding my tooth, or are our things just all in a pile in this room somewhere?
He is holding on to anything that wasn't in a backpack. So I believe Ensign had put it in his pocket or something like that.
Mhm.
So
Weird.
yeah. Anything that wasn't in a backpack. The weapons are all scattered. You can just see it at a peripheral vision. They're scattered right here. Backpacks are all sitting right over here. But anything that was on their person, pockets wise, is on this assassin.
Can you just see or can you hear?
I can hear. It's kind of like a limited scry.
I
Yes.
think you hear, hello?
You do.
Hello?
Shit, and I can't respond. I don't know where that is.
Shut up in there!
Who the fuck are you?
None of your damn business. Shut up, and all will be. All will be shown soon.
That's a terrible explanation.
I don't give a fuck what you think. Shut up.
What the fuck is this place?
You'll find out soon enough. Lady Talval, you will definitely appreciate what we have in store for all of you and your friends.
Don't call me that.
I said shut up!
Ooh, I'm going to have fun with you when you let me out of here.
I'm waiting for it. Now shut
That's what you
up!
hear through the tooth.
Yep.
Just that. A
The
lot.
whole interaction.
Awesome. Yeah, just over awesome. So I'll call back out to Ensign. Vess is nearby. I think it looks similar to this. Well, Vess is being Vess. She's arguing with a guard. But our things are in a room.
Yeah, of course. The only person that would actually see this is Cade.
Mm-hmm.
Ensign actually rolls over, like gets up, sits down on like his knees, and just like closes his eyes and puts his head down. And just starts to breathe really deeply.
You know, you can stop pretending to be friendly, Laurel.
What do you mean?
Do not insult my intelligence by... All right. You disappeared in that house. You come back claiming you have secrets that you will not tell us. And then, when we approach the dinner table, you look like a walking ghost, a guilty conscience, perhaps. And then, at the moment that everything goes practically all the way to the Nine Hells,
Almost.
you proclaim an apology and then run. So, tell me, does that sound like the actions of a friend or the actions of a traitor? And at the word traitor, I'll just like grip the bars of my cage. There's like a slight shaking sound. It's nothing like Keo because, well, catering is not strong. Do you remember the last card you pulled when you told my fortune?
No. You're...
Something about karma. Well, I'm not much of a believer in it. But if I see your face again, you'll know the face.
No. I swear, I'm the only thing I'm guilty of is being a coward. I wouldn't.
You can be guilty of both things. Most traitors are also cowards. Now retreat from my cage, which no one would see because Ensign's eyes are closed.
I'm not sure.
So sit in a corner and just see as I kind of like mess with the collar around my neck.
Well, that was an interesting little speech.
Catering, let's talk with you for a second. How do you mess with your collar?
I just want to like feel around it, like feel how it is attached to me.
So you go ahead and you feel around. You don't find a clasp. You don't find a buckle. You don't find anything. It literally looks like it's been like welded around you as you were sleeping.
No, I'll just mutter to myself. What in the nine hells is this thing even?
Keith, what were you trying to say? This is interesting or something?
So Keith said as like just after Cade got done with their little spiel. Interesting little speech.
You know, if you were awake for any of the events I described, or at least half of them, you might be more impressed.
The last thing I remember was being out in the woods.
So, hold up. So, the last thing I remember, and as you say that, you hear this loud, cheering roar coming up from above you.
Oh. You all wouldn't happen to know what that is, would you?
Our track record, probably a dragon.
No, a cheering roar. Like it sounds like a
cheering.
crowd
Cheering.
Like
I heard
at the
cheer.
top of the cheering, cheer, as in like, woo, yeah, let's go.
There's a crowd up there.
Sounds like applause.
Oh, great. We're going to be on the circus of death.
That's where I feel most alive.
You are dead. And whatever is possessing you, give me back Kate.
Dead.
Have you
We
looked at
did
yourself
do this.
lately?
Seems like that I just woke up, not really.
Keith, you take a quick look at your hands and your arms, and you're in the clothing that you had been given, so a tux with a bow tie from the night
Yeah.
before.
Once Kate actually looks at it, it's like,
yeah.
Wait a second.
You see this pale skin, these veins that are protruding so much that there's no weight to you. There's no blood flowing. They look black. You definitely look very dead, but you are alive.
Wouldn't there be a sound missing from his ears that everybody ignores, but once it's gone, you're like, wait a minute. The heartbeat.
Yeah. Hey, Casey, you don't hear your heart beating. You don't feel cold. You don't feel warm. You feel nothing.
Now that you mention this, everything is off. I don't remember wearing this. And Kate's going to start taking off the top part of the suit. But he's not going to take it off properly. He's going to rip it off. What the?
Okay. So now Keith is topless in dress pants. Okay.
Mood.
Why I
At least I'm in normal clothes.
Why do I have to be across from the crazy
And
possessed
I'm
cave?
going to make a history check to see if this individual that is in Kate's body can truly recall what he was last wearing and where he last was.
So I won't make you roll it because this is something that you and I have not really talked about. I will allow you to roll it and then set your own DC and then tell people what you want to tell them.
Say the DC's 15.
Okay.
So to remember what he was last wearing and where he last was.
Yep.
We'll add a D6 to it. Just meets 15. Or 3 on that D6. That's also one of my uses of that. Hang on,
I'll leave you to what you were last wearing, and I will tell you where you last remember being.
I remember wearing hide armor. Where's my hide?
You also remember seeing a big brute of a giant, or half giant, with a patch over his eye. And for the rest of you, you would remember that is the very same description as Keo. Him and Keo were together, and Case, you would also remember that, or I guess your actual name. What would you say? What did you say it was again?
This individual's name is, I literally just looked at it a second ago, Zolan.
Right. Sorry, Zilvan, you said?
Zolan, yeah.
So you remember your name is Zilvan, and you do remember being at the bottom of a set of stairs that extended into the sky.
How did I get here? You know this body. And he's going to point over at the elf across from him. Have you come across a half giant? One eye?
Another cheering roar from the crowd above.
Yeah, I do. How you remember him, but you don't remember anybody else you're with, or me for that matter? You remember Ensign? You were with him like the longest.
No.
No. Okay.
Did this body ever mention anything about a staircase?
Yes, often he said that about in his memories.
I was at that staircase.
Oh no shit, you're like
with
Keith,
Keo.
but like the pre-version.
I was there with the half giant, the one with the one eye.
Keo.
What?
Keith remembers you, but he forgot about all of his comrades.
Keo, Zovan.
I'm too tired for this.
Useless.
Yeah, that sounds about right, actually.
Well, I'm just gonna go on a little note and try and occupy my panic self. It sounds like you got back your original memories, maybe, and then booted all your new ones.
You hear the bang, bang, bang against your cell doors. All of you, as more guards have kind of moved their way to each door, and they've banged at you to either tell you to shut up or gather your attention.
The fuck you want?
It's not what we want. It's what our leader wants. It is time.
Time for
what?
You shall see. Come with us.
And if we don't want to,
He holds up this almost looks like a remote control.
oh no
With a button.
no.
Do you want to find out?
You know, part of me really
I
wants
didn't-
to say yes, but nah, I'm good, thanks.
I didn't think so. No, shut up. Before we continue, I want to move over to Vess, because Vess hasn't had a chance. Vess, as you had come to, you were in this room with one grand bed. I know the map doesn't really show that, but you were in a room with one grand bed. You see a symbol on a flag over a desk at the eastern wall over here, with a series of books kind of stacked up on it, as well as two that are sitting flat open in front of a very grand looking office chair.
Do I recognize the symbol on the flag?
Roll me a history check with disadvantage.
Oh no. Bummer, a nat 20 and a dirty 20.
Unfortunately, try as you might. It's vaguely familiar, but you're not entirely able to grasp where it came from. But you have seen it in a book. You may have seen it in, some other fashion, but you are not able to grab from your memory what it is.
Okay. And then I go over to the 2 books that are open and just try and retain as much get as much information from them as I can.
Okay. Which one would you like to look at? The one on the left or the one on the right first?
Left.
Okay. The left one, as you peer through the pages, seems to be a story. And as you scroll through the pages, you see those similar words of elves, lost sea, that you have that you remember from days ago that had driven you to come to Elturel in the first place. As you flip through those pages.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to ask if it was the story, the book that I remembered.
So as you flip through the pages, you start to kind of remember a little bit. Then you close it and you see this Ouroboros symbol with the inlay of one dragon eating another dragon's tail, eating another dragon's tail, eating another dragon's tail. You see 6 dragons kind of circling in this Ouroboros, and you see the words of 2 Eleusinia on it. It is, in fact, the book you were looking for, the book that you were coming to Elturel to find in the library.
Okay. How big is the book?
It's a fair-sized tome. I mean, it's thick, probably about 1,000 pages.
So not something that I could hide in my bodice.
Probably not.
I'll go look at the book on the right then.
This book bears the exact same symbol as what you see up on the banner that is hanging over the desk. And as you scroll through it, can I get an Arcana check from you, please?
I'm not good at those. 7.
The runes and transcriptions on this page definitely seem magical. You can ascertain that this may or may not be a wizard's spellbook. Now, the banner you see, let me just give you a little bit more information. It has a symbol, and on the behind the symbol, on the backlay, like the overdrop itself, is a red color with gold embroidery.
I'm going to file that away to tell Cade if I ever see her again. Because at this point, I'm all alone. I don't know where anyone is.
So this book is quite a bit smaller, more like a notepad of sorts. And as
I do hide that in my bodice.
Yeah, and as you scroll through some of these pages, you see different, what looks like titles, what looks to be ingredients, as well as some like ritualistic symbols and such like that. I will give you that much. You do.
I take it and I try and do one of those.
Roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
I think that's the best way to determine how well this is hidden.
14.
Okay. You do your best to hide it, underneath your dinner attire from the night before.
Yeah, just truly so extravagant.
And that's when you hear the
absurd.
bang on the door. Bang, bang, bang. Are you ready?
Well, I was dressed for dinner, so if it's a dinner we're going to, I suppose.
This is not dinner. This is much more of a treat. I ask you to step against the back wall, and I will be in a moment to shackle you and take you to where you need to go. For the rest of you, you also hear the same instructions. Back up to the back of your cells while each guard comes in to shackle you and take you away.
I do not move from what I'm doing.
Every single one of them has this cylindrical shaft that is sparking with electrical energy.
Eyes still closed, looking down.
Okay, Ensign is not backing down.
No, I'm still like on my knees, with my hands in my lap, with my head down and my eyes closed, so he can say what he wants. I'm not like looking at him.
Okay. So Case, you see this this guard come up to you, telling you to back up to the back of your cage with a cylindrical shape with electricity coming through it. What do you want to do?
Zelvon will back up, but as the guard enters the cell, he'll just be like, "Is there any chance I can give me one of those that you're holding right now?"
You need to shut up and follow orders. It's much easier if you just do what we say.
That's not as
The
fun.
leader, our leader does not want any damaged goods.
Well, that's just boring now.
Trust me, what you are about to see and witness is not boring. Ember,
I'll be the judge of that.
he just smiles at you. Ember, are you backing away or are you staying put?
She's gonna look at him. Is it the guard who threatened her with the button earlier?
Yes.
She's gonna look at him. She's gonna flip him off and she's gonna walk to the back wall.
Okay. Kadrine, same question.
I'll walk to the back wall, but as I do, I'm going to ask, what do you need a lightning stick when I have this? And she'll point to the collar.
Oh, see, this is in case you're trying to escape.
And what is the collar for?
That's to ensure you don't use magic to escape.
Cade's entire face just like totally changed. Like before she was like inquisitive, and now she just looks actually afraid.
Okay. Laurel, same question.
Again, not that anybody can see it right now, but Laurel has been clutching her lantern like a teddy bear or something, and she's right like it's the quiet sob where like the tears are streaming heavily, but like she's not making a noise, and she'll see the person freak a bit and like scuttle backwards to the back.
Keo stands a solid ground. He is not moving. Volzana.
By the way,
Good
I'm
question.
still not wearing a collar.
Yeah, that's a thing.
No, you should be wearing a collar.
I was in my lantern this entire time, so they would be.
Oh, yes, you were not wearing a
total on
collar,
me.
but Volzana is definitely wearing a collar.
I knew Valzana was. I was talking about. Yeah. Okay. So this guard, if this guard is coming in, she's gonna like see him, and she's going to stand straight up. And in the guard's eyes, seeing him a little weird, she hoists up the dress, like all the way up, just about, and like attempts to like tie it off. But what she's really doing is she's reclipping her blanket around her waist
So,
that she was holding.
I need you to roll me a deception check, please.
The fuck is going on over there?
Ooh, that's probably not good. Hold on. Do I have anything with deception? No, I don't. But an 18 is relatively high.
The guard kind of like stands back, and you kind of see his cheeks go red as he thinks that you're trying to like, show some things that are not appropriate.
She's wearing pants also, so I guess that'll
Are you
be a
trying to
disappointment.
proposition me?
That'll be a disappointment for him once he's
And
seen.
as he does, he'll move the cattle prod forward within inches of you, and you can feel the electrical energy kind of like spark against you a little bit.
Can I put my blanket away first?
That's what the elf is doing.
He
No.
will start to push you back towards the back of the cage. Do you go?
Yeah, she's going. She was just trying to put
okay.
away the blanket. She's still
Okay.
trying to put it away as he's like pushing her, trying to clip it as fast as she can.
Vesperia, you see as the door opens, and this man is also handling one of these metallic shafts with a sparking energy.
Is the bed or the desk against the back wall?
So the bed is currently right here.
Mm-hmm.
The wall is open here. The wall is open here. The desk is over here.
I go to the far side of the bed, sit down on the bed, and hold my hands out.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Ensign, the guard makes his way in and goes to poke you with the prod. Are you moving?
At the point of him coming in, like hearing the gate open, and he's like stops, he opens his eyes, he looks to the guard, and he just exhales, and it's just black smoke, like just smells of brimstone. You can put it away.
Then back
I'll
up.
just he'll stand up, look him square in the eye, wink with the black eye, and just back up.
Okay. So it takes a few moments, but each one of you are you guys are slowly escorted out. These shackles are then once you get to the front of your cage and into your cage, like out of the cage door, they start attaching chains to each one of you. It is you, a guard, one of you, a guard, so on and so forth, as a ladder chain. And they escort you out towards this sewer. The sewer.
Pointedly not collaring me.
At this point, no.
Yikes! Cool. Good to know. Thank you for that. Mm.
So they slowly lead you out towards the sewer. And as you guys make your way from the prison up these sets of stairs, which are, if you guys are looking at, did I put you guys on the map? Un momento.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the map.
The stairs are here and here. These are the stairs down or up into the prison. I know that they show down, but they are up.
I
from
am not
prison
on the
into
map.
the sewer. You are not on the
Well,
map.
then you're right
Token
there.
wise.
Oh no.
You're right there, well done.
That's not.
Oh,
Oh,
Ember's not on the
This is
map.
Ember.
Ember's not on the map.
Mhm.
I'm losing my brain.
There, Ember is on the map. You
I gotta
guys, as you guys come down up from the prison above from below, you guys can hear as this cheering gets louder and louder. You can hear the sounds of a cage rattling as bodies are being smashed against it. You can hear the roar of the crowd as you guys make your way around the corner, and you see a high elf as well as a Shader Kai in the cage currently fighting. The Shader Kai looks like it has the upper hand as the Shader Kai literally grabs the collar of this high elf with, in one hand, grabs his face in the other, and is literally shredding his face along the cage as you guys make your way in. And from there, he throws him down. As he throws him down, the high elf has a dagger in his hands, and as quick as he can, just stabs it right through the stomach of the Shader Kai, twists it as the Shader Kai takes a knee. The Shader Kai, with brass knuckles on his hands, just clocks the high elf in the face. The high elf goes unconscious.
The moment the high elf drops, Vess lurches out, tries to lurch out of her guard's hand and screams, "No!"
The crowd goes wild as they see the high elf go down, cheering, "Brithandir! Brithandir!" Guards pay you no notice. You feel a tug, a sharp tug on the chains as they pull you back to your feet, Vess.
What is this? What are you doing? Why is he here?
Seems like we are entertainment.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And
God,
just
it wasn't
as,
going where I was thinking it was.
And just as they finally clear the high elf out of the cage, Vesperia, your passive insight, you can still see that he is still breathing, but blood is pouring from multiple orifices, and his jaw definitely looks not intact.
This is barbaric.
Welcome to the main event. We have a treat for you. What were you about to say?
This is barbaric.
It seems that we have finally come in contact and come in possession of the High Elf's daughter, and she will be fighting this evening. We also have Kaith, the memoryless, Laurel, the warlock of Barovia, Ember, the Genasi rogue from the Fire Plane, the War Mage Kadrine from here. She has stolen from the Red Mages who we have partnered with for ages. It is going to be a glorious night.
Excuse me.
He looks
Excuse me.
at you in the middle of his announcement.
Somewhere you're depriving a village of its idiot. I just need you to know that.
Ah, yes, and Ensign, the man who makes a deal with the devils of hell.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
And last but not least, Valzana,
Wouldn't they know her as
the
Herb?
princess of the Feywilds.
Rich girl princess.
Yo,
Yeah,
they know
memory
shit.
list.
That's horrifying.
Interesting.
I think you're
This is
thinking of
real
my
interesting.
sister, and her name is Herb. But okay, I'm gonna go with it.
Tonight's fights will be Vesperia Telval against the half-giant Kyo. Then we will... Oh, no, sorry. I did this in the wrong order. 10 and 3... The first fight on the docket tonight will be the Forgetful Paladin versus the Knight of Hell. Kaith versus Ensign. Pick your weapons.
Are you always generally stupid, or are you just trying to make it like a more effort today doing this?
Pick your weapons.
I'd advise not to piss off the guy who could, literally shock us all like dogs.
So Ensign and Kaith, you are led up towards the front, this little table right here, and in front of you are the Maimer, the Dagger of Bleeding Strikes, and the Knuckles of Critical Force. Which one do you choose?
Oh, I'm gonna take the big weapon.
Yeah, both taking a big weapon.
Okay. Both
We like
of you
our
can
big
go ahead
weapons.
and add the Maimer to your inventories. I know, Ensign, you'll have to do it on your character sheet.
Yes,
Couple adjustments because of what's going. But yeah, I pick it up, grab it, give it a little spin, look at Kaith. I know this is the first time you've actually been in this scenario, in this body, but this is actually going to hurt. No hard feelings, kinda.
To be
I don't
completely
know
honest
you.
with you, I don't know you either.
Good enough.
Fair fight.
I don't fight fair.
Good.
And I walk into the cage.
All right. Do you want us to put our tokens in the cage, or do you want to move us?
Yes, please. Go ahead and put yourselves in the middle of the cage.
Tokens in the cage.
All right, the rules are simple. 5 rounds. The person to do the most damage and overwhelm the crowds with the joy of the fight will be awarded the victory. You, as he points to Kaith, any questions?
Yeah. How the fuck did I get here? So you keep calling me Kaith. I'm
That-
not Kaith, but okay.
He looks away from you. Ensign, any questions?
Oh, fuck you.
You're nothing but a maggot pie from a dwarf's cod piece, you ignorant fuck.
3, 2, 1. I need everybody to roll me initiative.
Oh, shit. It's initiative
Everybody.
time.
Everybody.
Okay.
I will add you all to the turn order.
Oh my goodness. I love whoever this cocky asshole is that has taken over Kate's body.
Right.
This cowboy. What is happening?
Oh,
I love that low dexterity.
Oh
oh my god, it will not let me enter that. Okay.
It's because things are still being added. Give it a second.
Yeah.
It's absolutely time for Indiana Jones.
It is, absolutely. It always is.
Absolutely copyrighted.
Oh, totally. Yeah. So don't sing it too much.
Just don't do it too well.
Oops. I just accidentally deleted you, Valdana, or Laurel. 1 sec. Yours was a 16, right?
Yee.
+2.
The other 2 guys fighting aren't on the initiative order.
Side note, if I have to fight Laurel when Laurel doesn't have a collar, absolutely fuck this shit. Why does she get
By the
magic
way,
and I don't?
I figure your passive perception is probably okay enough to notice that she's still obviously crying.
Oh, even if I notice that, I don't
I figured as much.
give a shit.
Oh, no, I wanted to be your best friend.
Oh, you shouldn't have done traitorous things.
Kyle,
Yes.
put me on the initiative order, damn it.
Oh, are you not on the initiative order? What
Me
the
and
fuck?
Keith are not on the initiative order. The 2 guys fighting are not on the initiative order.
There you go. You should be on there
it's just
now.
like, huh. Okay. Gotta find myself. There I am. Oh, damn, you were really good at initiative, didn't you, Ensign?
15 plus 2.
Yeah, 11 plus 1. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave these guys off the turn order for now. Let's put a descending order. Okay, so Amber, you are technically the first person up as you watch as Keith and Ensign step into the ring. What would you like to do?
She's gonna kind of like squeak herself over to the rest of the group and be like, so are we really just gonna sit here and watch this happen?
What would you like us to do? And I'm gonna point to the collar, lift up my shackled hands.
No, but there's gotta be something. We can't just go in there and like kill each other, can we? They can't make us do that.
You can always play dead if you get too hurt. Like I say.
Right.
Nobody's gonna like strike you while you're down, at least as long as it's one of us you're fighting.
Yeah, that's if I get fortunate enough to fight one of you guys.
If anybody fights me, I'll probably just lay down. I don't know if it'll be a good thing, but I'll just, I don't know, maybe you can pretend to stab me brutally and then I'll just lay on the floor bleeding. Like I'm a weakling. I'm good at that. I'm good at playing.
Ensign, it is your turn first. What are you doing?
Slowly dying IRL. Just like Mamer in one hand, give it another spin, give it a backhanded spin. Look up at Keith, who's not Keith. Just grab the other hand around the bottom, just give it a good old squeeze.
Awful lot of theatrics.
No, I'm just gonna kind of enjoy this more than I want to, and I'm just gonna wind up. Full two-hander. 18 plus 7.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Definitely hits. So I will roll the D-Hundy. That's a 24. Making it 2d6. For 3 plus my 4. 7 points of whatever the fuck it is.
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. I roll another D100.
Yep.
21. I apply a stack of bleed. So it's 2d4 on your turn. I attack again. Yes, that hits because you're not wearing armor. 6 plus 7. 12.
Yeah.
That just meets. No, 13. That meets. So that's a hit. Roll for damage. 38. Gonna be 2d6 and 2d4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 1, 2, 3 plus 4 is another 7. That is 10. That's another stack of bleed. Yeah. So it just literally winds up and just whap right in the side of the skull. Whap right in the side of the skull. Told you that'd be a little bit fun.
Ensign smashes you with 2 Maimer attacks. You feel the blood just start dripping down your face, Keith.
Here you go.
Wow.
All right. Before we get to Keith, Laurel, is there anything you want to do as you watch Ensign literally maim this poor guy?
No,
Okay.
I guess just standing. Do I still have my lantern, by the way?
No, your lantern was left in the prison cell, and if it wasn't, it was taken away from you as you tried to leave with it.
I definitely tried to take it with me. Okay. Well, then, yeah, I'm just clutching myself, watching in horror. Good times, everybody.
Okay. Before we get to Keith's turn, Volzana, is there anything you want to do as you just watched Keith get brutally beaten with 2 successful attacks
not
with,
even that bad.
with the Maimer?
She's gonna go. Oh, maybe if he hits him hard enough, we'll get the other Keith back. Hit him again!
You hear as the 3 assassins over here just start cheering on for the blood. More blood, more blood! Keith, what are you doing? It is your turn.
He's going to. He's just going to swing. There's no theatrical wind up to get ready for the hit. And he's not aiming for the face. He's aiming for the knees.
Oh.
A 7. That probably misses, to be completely honest. 7, 8, 9.
Just call it out.
9 doesn't hit, I'm pretty sure, for the first attack.
No. Goes in for the swing, and I just step back. Oh, a little slow.
16 plus 7 hits, though.
Oh, totally.
So let me roll.
Motherfucker!
So yeah, let me roll that D100.
baby.
75.
Oh!
75.
That's 3d4, 1d6, 1d8.
Yeah, and then roll me another
on the
D100
lingering
after
injuries
that.
table. Yeah, I'll do that. But lingering injuries table.
Yep.
That's actually in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
That
Yep, it
is 100.
Lingering injuries table with a 100, eh? Okay, give me a second here.
No, he
that's
just doubled
fine.
his damage.
Oh, that was a D100 on the successful hit. Sorry.
Yeah, on a successful hit, you told me to roll a second D100. The first D100 was a 75.
Okay, so it's just rolling on injury tables. That's
Yeah.
the successful hit. So then the D100.
No, the first
Oh,
one, the 75 was for his
Right.
damage.
Yeah, sorry. My apologies. 3d4,
Yeah, so-
1d6, and 1d8, and then you rolled a 100, so that's double the damage. So I need you to roll me 64, 2d6, and 2d8.
64. Oh shit! Do I have? I have 64. What am I saying? 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is why they call it the Maimer, folks. From the
5.
announcer.
Oh, there's 6. Okay, so I rolled a 64 first. Oh wow, that one's really dark. Okay, that's a 3. So 3. Where's my calculator?
Just tell me what it is.
So we got 3 3s, 2 4s, and a 2 on the d4s.
Okay, so that's 6, 10, 17, 19 points on the d4.
Yep. A d6 and a d8, so 2d6 and 2d8.
Yep.
Okay, so 1, 2. I'll do the d8s. I got them on hand. 5 and 6.
So that's 11.
And for the 2d6, total of 6.
Okay, so you're going to take
already calculated
36. Yep. Okay. Catering.
Oh, you're gonna regret that.
As you watch Kaith, like, literally just and baseball fucking swing at Ensign's knees. What do you want to do? Nothing?
I just shake my head and look down at the ground, silently cursing the stupid collar around my neck.
Okay. Vess, it is, we come to you before we start the next round of combat, and you're kind of freaking out a little bit. You're away from the water, but you definitely have that innate fear that water and you're looking at the cage.
Putting
So we're
2 and
not-
2 together,
Yep.
I start to try and like burrow back into the wall,
Yep. So we're gonna
Going
we're
so
gonna
far
leave it
as-
at that.
tugging on stuff.
Okay. Balzana, you did something. I must have messed up the turn order somehow. Balzana, what did you roll for your initiative? We've got 2 of
It
you.
was I have 2 of me? Why are
Yeah.
there 2? I rolled a 14, I believe.
Okay, perfect. Yep, that's the one I thought. Okay. All right. Keo is going to cheer you both on. You guys got this. Don't kill each other. And
Do you not remember me, Keo? Of course.
if he does, he's not paying attention. You see this ogre kind of chained up against the wall on the far end from you guys, and he's kind of just pulling at it. He looks like he's raring to go, and he's. Ugh. All right, we're starting the second round. Ember, anything you want to do to help these guys, cheer them on, etc.?
No, not at this point in time. She's
Okay.
just she's watching. She's kind of like observing the layout of the cage.
All right, round 2. I need you to roll that 2d4 damage for the bleed, Kaith.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let me roll that 2d4.
I got 2 stacks of bleed
Oh
on.
yeah, no, it's 2 stacks.
Yep, so it'd be 44.
44 then.
I'm here, d4s. Okay. Son of a bitch. Of course, he's going to be loud as fuck. Okay. Oh god, I don't want to be rolling high for myself.
No, you don't.
That's why I'm making you roll it.
Well, that's 2, 4, 6 plus 4. Oh, god damn. That sucks. Ow.
All right, and we come back to Ensign as you just finished like whop, whop on the sides of Kate's face. It is your turn.
Yeah. After that, just. Okay. Now I'm pissed off. Bonus action, interdict. If he
Okay.
gets sealed. How do I want to play this? Yeah, okay. I'm going to invoke my authority. Infernal Surge. But as this goes off, there's that like a fire that just comes out and it burns and it radiates and it's green like normal, but then it flicks and it flicks and it flicks and it flicks. Then it just turns like stark white blue. I've had enough of all of you fucking with my autonomy.
Boo!
Fuck you. And I'm just gonna lay into Keith. So
right.
I'm just gonna do this all in succession here. First attack hits. Second attack hits. Third attack hits. Fourth attack hits. In the middle of the second attack, I'm gonna burn an interdiction, put another interdiction on you, and burn it out again. So I'll do that right now. That's going to be a total of
fucking
8.
wasted.
That's 14 points necrotic damage that you're going to take before any other damage. I'm going to gain 4 back, so that's going to put me up. First hit damage roll is a 60. That takes me to 2d6 and 2d4. That's 7 plus 4 is 11 plus another 4 is 15. Then we have the effect is 18, another stack of bleed, so you're maxed out on stacks of bleed. Second attack damage 25, so that is going to be the 2d6. 7 plus 4 is going to be 11. I'm going to burn a lightning attack into that one for another 2 lightning. So I'd burn down 2 on those. Yeah, math. Okay, sweet. Burn down 2 on those. Third
Just
attack
let me know,
made.
Keith, when you hit 0, please.
I'm trying to keep track. He's doing the damages too quickly.
Oh, okay.
87.
Did I just hear 87?
Yeah, so that's a 3d4, 1d6, 1d8. So 1, 3, 4, 7 plus. Okay, so 7
7, 15, 20.
plus 4 plus 2 plus 4.
8.
7, 11, 12, 14, 18. Effect.
Fuck.
A MAME effect for a 42. Roll me a d6, Keith.
I'm pretty sure Keith is down.
I'm probably down because you went by the damages too quickly, so I couldn't keep up. I had to get rid of the temporary hit points.
I'm looking at. I think I've heard about 50 some odd points of damage.
Yeah, then I'm down.
I'm not done.
Well,
Okay.
I rolled a 1. It's not gonna really matter because I'm already down
Ensign,
before
as
that.
you are like, bam, bam, bam. You need to roll me the 1d6, Keith, because I'm assuming that's for the concussion effect.
I rolled a 1.
So his speed's reduced then.
He broke my foot on the way down.
That's the main.
Doesn't
effects,
even
right?
matter if he's hitting the ground. I'm still swinging.
Yep.
So that's a 48. Hold on, no. I'm going into negative points here. He's taking it.
No
It's
worries,
2d6,
no worries.
2d4. That's 4 plus 3 is 7. 8 plus another 4 is 12. Plus the effect. That's cocked. It's a 95, which doubles it.
Okay. All right. Jesus.
That would just outright kill
Fuck.
Keith.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like Ensign is like, bam, bam, bam. And as soon as you hit 0,
the
you feel
term
this-
beat a dead horse's corpse is what you witness. I don't stop on one go. I'm still going.
you Ensign, as the last blow smacks down into Keith, you notice as it kind of reverberates it a little bit, and the crowd goes absolutely wild as you took him down in less than 12 seconds. I need you, Ensign, to roll me a performance check with your modifier. So D20 plus your mod.
2 + 4.
Okay.
That was not showy. That was aggressive. And at the stop, everybody like cheers. It just. You're all fucking depraved. I will have every single one of you drawn, quartered, and eaten by the dogs.
And as you finish that sentence, the announcer comes back up. Next, we have the Barovian woman versus the tiefling from Marsenbar. And before, so Kadrien, your shackles are unchained, and you are led into the cage. However, as before they go to unchain you, Laurel, you feel they two guards kind of restrain your arms, and the collar is placed on you.
Did I get to choose a weapon?
Yes. Oh wait, sorry. Choose your weapons.
If we're at the table at the same time, I'll, like, my hands are completely open and pulling back. I'm not going to fight you. I won't.
Does this look like a scenario where you have a choice? And I pick up a dagger. I told you that when you saw my face again, it would be the face of karma. So, it is just my luck that you are the person I'm fighting against. So, if you're not guilty of what I think you are, well, I'm not sure how you're going to prove it in a cage, but at least it might make me feel a little better. And I'll just like point the dagger as if I'm pointing like a
The crowd.
one of those things that like a presenter would point at a board just at Laurel as I back in to the cage.
The crowd is waiting. Pick your weapons or go in unarmed.
Laurel will stand there for a whole extra, 3 seconds, just not looking at the table of weapons, not looking at Cade, just for a second, completely in her own mind, and accepts that she might die today, and walks into the cage unarmed.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, and back into initiative. So, Laurel, it's actually your turn. So,
Oh God.
what do you want to do? I'll pull you. Oh wait, one sec. You guys are. There we go. Laurel, you're in there, and Kadrien, you are there.
Oh nope, staying at the very edge. Where?
So the edge is right over here at the end of the water.
Okay. Then I will absolutely stay back. Oh God. And I guess with the most sincerity, that I can manage as I've reached this place of pure panic and calm at the same time. I'll look you in the eyes, Cade. I will not hurt my friends. And I will snap and go invisible. So I'll just do that. I don't know if I take damage for casting a spell, but...
See, well, that is where things get very interesting. Because it is not a damaging spell, you do not. However, you get a big jeer from the crowd as you choose not to fight.
Mm-hmm. And having not yet really used my movement, I will scooch out of where Cade thinks I am, and I'll just, I guess, be over here.
Okay.
And hope the best.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy paste your token, and then I'm going to put a green mark on the one that is not invisible for Kadrine's purposes. So Kadrine, you think that is where she is. All right, so we have this assassin that you can see on the edge of the cage. Bang, bang, bang! Fight, fight, fight! Balzana, it is yours. Is there anything you want to do as you see Laurel go invisible?
I think Val had to step away. Oh, no, there she is.
No, I'm back. I came back. Just gonna kind of like look at this scenario, and look at Kadrine and go, yeah, I have a funny feeling. I don't think the one who doesn't really know anything did anything.
I don't know. Cade will just give you like the most like withering look. Like if you've ever had a sibling that's mad at you and like that is
that
the
face.
look.
Oh, she knows. She knows. I was just saying.
You hear the crowd start to chant, "Make them fight," and it gets louder. "Make them fight." Crowd gets louder. "Make them fight! Make them fight!" And you can see as this ogre is straining against the chains as two of the guards go up towards the ogre. Kaith is down. Kadrine, you are up.
I stare at the spot where I think or where I know Laurel disappeared, and as I can probably hear the ogre and see the people at his chains, I say to the empty cage with the invisible Laurel, there is truly nothing more cowardly than disappearing to leave me to fight a brute much worse than you. And I am going to chuck a dagger at the place where I think Laurel is.
Okay, so the way I'm going to do this is it will be a disadvantage. So there is still a chance that Laurel could be hit due to the fact that maybe she didn't move fast enough. And you're going to throw the dagger, okay?
Disadvantage. Well, so you said technically there are two daggers. So
yes, that is correct. Yeah.
One of the two daggers. 10. Plus 6. That's only an 11 to hit.
Misses.
Nope. Yeah, so you throw the dagger as it clangs off the cage and kind of drops right over here. I'll put a circle on it. You can technically go pick it up if you'd like. It is hanging precariously on the grate below. Anything else you want to do, Kadrine, before we end your turn?
I'm going to walk over to where the dagger is, which I guess will take most of my movement.
5, 10, yeah, 15, 20, 25 to get there, yep.
Pick up the dagger and then move another 5 feet around the edge of the cage.
Okay. So, for mechanics speaking, Laurel, if you do not choose to attack this next round, the ogre will be coming in.
Does Laurel understand that? Because that wasn't something that was explained to us as characters.
That's true. That is true. Okay. Yeah.
So is that something that I could intuit based on what is happening around me?
Once we get to your turn, I'll let you roll me a free insight check because there are 2 guards that are working on the chains currently. So, Vess, is there anything you want to do?
I fully turn toward the wall because I'm bracketed on either side and start clawing at it. Like somehow I'm going to get out that way.
Yeah. As you try and do that, just another sharp tug on the chains from the guards that is beside you, holding the line. Keo will also try and do the same thing. He's going to literally try and charge forwards over towards the ogre where the guards are, and he's going to get the same sharp tug. The ogre is ready to fight as these guards are trying to make work of the chains really quickly. Ember, is there anything you want to do? Okay, we'll skip her because she doesn't sound like she's there. Ensign, is there anything you want to do? Do remember that you guys can use the help action on any one of your companions.
I'd probably just go over to where Bess is and hold her away from the wall.
Yep. Okay, yeah, but because of the way that the chain lines up, there is enough free movement for you to make it kind of there. That's fine. All right, Laurel, give me your free insight check, please.
Okie donkey. Oh, that's actually amazing. Hold up insight. There's a +4, so 22 total.
Oh yeah, you can definitely, as you're moving around the cage, you see these 2 guards are animately freeing the chains as more guards are coming up to help put the ogre inside the cage. Yeah, if you do not attack, you will be fighting something a lot more dangerous.
Cool. Shit. Cool. Well, then if that's how it's gonna be. So having heard that these colors are supposed to suppress magic, but feeling that I was able to cast it before, which is weird. I have a feeling it'll have repercussions. I'm still going to... I'll drop invisibility. And I'm going to cast Shadow Blade in its place.
So, one thing I forgot to do yet again is set the scene. So the cage is in dim light, so this will all be an advantage for you.
Yikes, didn't intend for that, but cool, good to know. I just wanted to be armed. And I will kind of step back, ready the blade. And I know that there is the ability to take the dodge action to give the other person disadvantage.
Yep.
Could I take the opposite of that to give Kate advantage in hitting me? I intend to put on a show of her murdering me.
So you are trying to give her the help action, basically.
Essentially. I want to put on a performance. I don't want it to look like I'm letting her kill me.
100%.
But I'm putting myself in danger.
I like it. All right. Yeah, so Kadrian, you'll have advantage on the next attack you make against her.
Have fun.
The assassins, one of the assassins that was kind of rattling the cage saying, fight, make them fight. Seeing that you reappear and now have a blade in your hand, just goes wild. The crowd echoes the response and just cheers. Valzana, is there anything you want to do?
No.
Okay.
She's basically sat down and is probably staring at the guard that thought that she was going to show him something.
Okay. One of the assassins looks at Kadrian and says, "Be ready. She looks like she is going to attack you from your left side." And Kadrian, is your turn.
All right. Hearing that and then seeing. Wait, do I see Laurel? I mean,
yeah,
she went
dropped
uninvisible.
invisibility.
So.
Yep.
All right. A little less cowardly after all. And normally, Kadrian's wings are like pretty tightly folded against her back. But much like her friends would have seen or those of you who were with her when she was speaking to Escobar, she has now opened them just a bit to look bigger and more intimidating. And with her wings slightly out behind her, she's going to rush forward, dagger in hand, and will not describe what happens until I know if I'm hitting.
Okay. And yeah, you can roll that with advantage.
Essentially,
Laura,
I'm
you
going
will
to
also get advantage,
Okay.
unfortunately, on your next turn because of the assassin.
Ah, fuck.
Okay.
Laurel.
That was a nat 20
Fuck me. Cool.
on
That's awesome.
my first. What does a critical do again for this?
I will have put up my blade as if to block
on an
but I
additional on a
putting it
critical
high.
hit.
And so
Fair
she
enough.
can pierce right through.
Okay, so on a critical hit, you cause an additional stack of bleed. So I need to roll my percentage die to know what I'm.
Yeah. So roll your percentage die for the hit. And you'll take 2
That's-
stacks of bleed damage, Laura.
That's an 8%. Wow.
So you'll be doing,
So impressive.
2d4, basically.
Yeah.
So it'll actually be 44. So you'll do, 1d4 is max, so you'll get 4 plus 4. You guys are adding the 2 for the weapon damage, correct? From the +2 item?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, it'll be 1d4 max, so 4, plus 1d4 plus 2. Plus whatever else you have.
Wait, so 2d4 plus 2?
So, okay.
What?
So because it's a critical, you rolled a 5, you said, so it'll be just like a normal dagger hit. So maximum damage,
Yeah.
so 4.
So 4.
Plus your roll.
Plus 3, so 7 plus 2 is
2. Yep. Plus
9.
Plus either your strength or dex modifier.
No, plus 1, so 10.
There you go. So 10 points of damage with 2 stacks of bleed.
Yep.
Does she get
And that's the first hit. And as I come up on you, I basically pivot around you, and the dagger blade like cuts from basically like your collarbone around like your shoulder. And I'll say something like before my next attack, and I know how it feels to be stabbed in the back. And with advantage, well, it's a 19 plus 6, so I am absolutely positive that hits as you feel a dagger blade plunge into your back, and we'll see how much damage that does. That's a 93.
Oh my god.
Okay, so a 93
So that's
means 2d4 plus 1d8.
plus- Okay, 2d4, and then I need a d8.
Also,
So-
before the bleed damage actually takes effect on the daggers, I need a DC Constitution saving throw from Laurel, actually.
Right.
For this third one. The first 2 take, but this one will change.
The
It'll
dice
be-
like to tell a story. I got a 5.
Oh boy. Yep.
So that's exciting.
Yep.
Okay. For the damage on that second hit, it's 8 plus 6 plus 3.
7.
It's 17.
Yep.
Points of piercing damage as a dagger blade like stabs in to your back. And the dagger, I believe we can have 3 attacks with it.
Yeah, so the
I'm going to
third one
take the
has
third.
no. So the third one has to be taken as a reaction. So you can
Okay.
take one as an action,
Cool.
one as a bonus action, and the third one can be a reaction. You don't even
Okay.
have to take the bonus action. You can take 2 reactions if you'd like as well.
Yep. But yeah, that's what I do with my turn. I just pull the dagger out of her back. Doesn't feel very good, does it?
Sucker
Bess,
inside.
as you see Cadrine like step behind Laurel on the second attack and just gut her like right, where the kidney liver area is. Is there anything you want to do?
More of the same. I think at this point I'm just curled up in Ensign if he's holding me back.
Okay. Keo is going to struggle against his chains. He's watching his friends all fighting against you. He's like, please, you don't have to do this. We will figure it out. And that'll be his turn. Ember.
So she's crouched down, but she's still watching. What can you tell me about the layout of the floor, like the very bottom of the cage?
So you can see, as like I said, it's kind of like a mesh crossing of metal. So it's enough that you can walk on it without falling through. But you can see water underneath it. It's not difficult terrain by any means, but yeah, it's just a cage mesh on the floor.
How wide are the spacings, or is she not close enough to look?
I would say like 3 or 4 inches because it has to be. It's still walkable on.
Okie dokie. That was all. That's all she's
Okay.
doing. She's still just watching and observing.
This red wizard looks at Cadrine and says, if only you hadn't stolen from us, you wouldn't be here. Ensign, anything you want to do?
In the process of like holding Bess, I like look into the cage and I see the scenario, and I'm gonna interdict Laurel.
Okay.
Oh no.
With that, Laurel, it is your turn.
Do I feel that?
Nope, you would not notice it.
Cool. So I don't have
I just see a shining glyph on your forehead now, and I'm just watching.
Cool. I didn't know if I had to be sad about something else. Cool. I'm going to do 2 things on this turn. One, ignoring any and all advantage I've been given, including from Shadowblade and from the help action I've received. I'm going to, having seen Cade fight, like knowing the way she moves in combat, and that she is a very intelligent person, I'm going to do something obviously stupid in a scenario like this. I'm going to I'm going to telegraph my entire move as I bring the blade up and try to slash it down. Easily blockable. I would like to impose disadvantage on myself because I don't want to hit her.
You know what? You are going to incur the first high or low roll of the night.
Oh no.
You have been given basically 2 advantages on this attack, so high or low roll. High or low, Laura?
Higher though.
Low? Nope. You have advantage.
Damn
I
it.
rolled a 73.
Cool. I guess. Damn it. It's an 18.
Okay, that hits.
Yep.
I didn't even bring out the Shadow Blade dice because I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to hit her with it. Shit. You take 8 points of psychic damage. And freebie insight, I guess. If you care to notice, she looks horrified with herself.
I mean, I'm still behind you, so I can't see how you look. Also, my insight's shit, so...
That's fair.
Laurel, you've been hearing as you've been doing all this, the crowd booing, and like they boo even louder because they realize that you're trying to choreograph your fights, and it looks like Kadrien just basically let it in. Like they saw what you were doing, and it's a major boo for you.
Fair enough. So the dawning horror goes from that to a sudden, like, I guess like a barbarian's rage, just it kind of snaps in her head. Laurel's going to turn, point at the red wizard, and hex him and say, "Shut your mouth." And he'll take disadvantage on intelligence. Just for fun.
Disadvantage on intelligence. Okay.
So yeah, which means Shadow Blade drops because those are 2 concentration spells.
Okay. So that will be your turn. The assassins are like rattling the cages. They're booing the crap out of you, Laurel. Like they are disgusted with your show of performance. Bolzana, is there anything you want to do as you see Laurel's attempt at trying to choreograph this fight with Kadrien?
She's gonna kind of like she's gonna kind of yell into the cage. Always better to be hit by a friend than an enemy.
And you're saying that to Laurel?
Saying that to just the cage. Both of them, basically. Better to be hit by a friend than an enemy.
Okay. So, Kadrien, you will have advantage, and so will Laurel. On your next attack throws against each other.
Okay.
Kate is down. Kadrien, it is your turn.
Okay.
I still have my back turned, having hexed the red wizard.
All right. Strange how you still are able to do magic even with that collar on. And I'm going to... You said that Laurel wears like a lot of like wraps, like sort of fortune teller-y.
Yes.
I am going to try and like bury the dagger into your wraps to like, I don't know, dig into your hip, probably. We'll see.
With advantage, remember.
Oh, okay. I threw that away. Okay, so that was not still very good with advantage, but it is a 15, so I'm sure that will hit your AC.
Yeah.
Okay, for a 49.
So that will be
Percentiles,
damages
that's-
2d6.
Seven plus.
Oh, I didn't take bleed
So-
damage, by the way.
What?
I was never given bleed damage.
Oh, sorry. Roll your 2d4, Haley.
Oh, am I supposed to be the one rolling that?
Yeah. Bleed damage is always rolled by the person that is bleeding.
Okay.
Is bleeding.
4 points of bleeding damage. Should I write? I need another con save, right?
Yep,
she
if
just-
you're concentrating, I mean, yeah, 10. 10 is the con save.
Oh no, I meant for the hit that.
No, because she was hit, yeah.
Oh, yes, that too.
That was a 14 total.
So 8 plus either your dexter strength plus your proficiency. Is that more than 14 or less than 14?
I
So proficiency at this level
That
is 3,
is-
so it's 11 plus whatever your strength or dex is, whichever you're choosing.
Oh, yeah, no, that's more.
Okay.
For sure.
So yeah, Haley, you do not take another bleed effect. This is a glancing blow, basically. It's just going to do a shit ton of paper damage, or paper cut damage.
You do take 10 points of piercing damage from that attack.
Bloodied.
And then the other dagger will come up to to your throat. Why not? Plus 6. 16 would hit because it's more than the last one.
Absolutely.
So 72.
That's the two.
That will be
Which is,
Oh, wait, no, that's
2d4
the-
and 1d8.
That.
2d4 and 1. D4s. 6. Plus 3. 12 points of piercing.
Okay. Ouchie.
Yeah. Are you going to fight back? Because right now, I don't know what a booing crowd means, but if it means our death, I would appreciate it if you would be more of a participant.
Okay.
And I'm going to step
Beth.
back 1.
Okay. That does provoke opportunity attack. Laurel, are you taking it?
Oh God. And she just said that.
Mm-hmm.
Fickety fuck. You know what? I don't technically have a weapon, but I got a scrawny ass fist. I guess as a reaction, yeah, I'm just going to whip around and clock you.
Okay. Unarmed strike attack.
That's so that's what is it? My proficiency bonus and what, strength or dex?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, so everything you guys do tonight will be with proficiency or strength or dex, and strength or dex, yes.
Cool. 14 to hit.
Yep.
Awesome.
So it'll be your strength score. Oh, it'll be 1 plus your strength score for an unarmed attack.
Well, my strength is a -1.
So 0. So she literally just like showmanship, just
Good old theatric punch.
You
Yeah.
can absolutely tell though that I put my heart into that one.
So,
And-
Kadrine, how do you act?
I want to slash back at her fist because I have a reaction.
Okay, but
So
how
she,
do you
like,
act
withdraws
when
it,
she
I, like-
punches you? Do you
I-
pretend it's like, oh, that hurt, or
I mean, if anything, I look sort of surprised. So like I'll like flinch back, but my head doesn't like knock back or anything like that.
okay?
But I will take my reaction to attack your retreating fist, which is an 18 plus 6, so that definitely hits.
Oh my
And my
god,
percentile
Kadrine is
die.
not fucking around tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Not fucking around.
96.
Ooh.
The moment she called me a traitor, I was
So-
like, I'm fucked.
96 means it's a 2d4 and 1d8.
Yeah, 2d4.
And I need another con
1d8.
save from you, Haley.
Yep. Oh, that's a 19.
We'll see what the damage is. I mean, it's a success, so you still have only 2.
14 piercing.
Yep.
Okay.
As I'm guessing you have a nasty cut like all down your hand that's just like dripping onto the cage floor.
Okay. So, Keo is straining against his chain so hard. Please don't do this. Ember, anything you want to do? Okay. Red Wizard isn't
Nope,
gonna
she's
do.
still just watching. Sorry.
Okay, no worries, no worries. I'm just trying to speed this up a little bit. Ensign, anything?
I put another seal on Laurel. She got 2.
Okay. I will put the green and the blue. Laurel, it is your turn.
Awesome. Cade having stepped back, I will also step back. And then I'll look at Cade. This is probably going to hurt. And I summon cards into my hand because I'm casting another spell, but this time it's gonna hurt.
Laurel, that's 4 strikes against you, woman.
Oh yeah, it is, but this one's gonna be fun because this is spray of cards. A deck of cards in my hand,
what that means.
and I blow like I'm blowing off a dandelion, and an absolute torrent of playing cards, essentially tarot cards, fly past you. I'm going to use cutting cards. I need you to make me a deck save. But I'm going to use my portent roll and give you a 2.
Oh, well. It's a 3.
Oh, good. Never mind. I'll take that one back.
Well, no, I mean, like, if you're giving me a 2,
Oh,
it's
gotcha.
a 3. Because I have a +1 to my deck
Actually,
save.
I get to know what the roll was before I use it. So actually go ahead and roll and I'll see if I have to.
It's a 5.
Yep, I'm not going to have to then. You're going to take 2d10 force damage.
Mm.
No, you wanted to fight. And that's going to be 18 points.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Yeah, because that's a 3rd level spell. So this torrent of cards surrounds you, and as they disappear into flecks of gold magic, you are covered in cuts, like little paper cuts all across you that bleed. And then with that, because I still have a spell slot left, can I cast 2 spells in a turn? Is that
As long as it's a cantrip on the second. You're gonna
I don't have a
seriously
bonus
Eldritch
action
Blast
cantrip.
and get like a double X on this round?
I don't care about pissing off this crowd personally. I care about pissing
Fair.
off. All right, and I don't have a bonus action cantrip, so I will stand there. But now I'm prepared. Now.
Okay. The assassins sit there and just boo you. Kadrine, you are up. This is the last round.
All right. I'm going to. Everyone were to see Kadrine's wings fully extend as they thrust downward, and she flies into the air to just shoot sort of like a bat at Laurel. And I have daggers in either hand, and I will be trying to use them in tandem to, much like Kadrine, who's now covered in cuts, including along her cheeks, I'm going to try and swipe at Laurel's.
Just as an FYI, before you go to make your attack, you see this long, shiny line drop down into the arena right behind you, Kadrine. And you can assume that this is the razor wire.
Somebody wants to see some murder.
I have to go back and figure out if I'd be any good with it.
Dun, dun.
That's going to hurt me.
Dun, dun,
But it's
dun,
also going to hurt your friend.
dun, dun,
That's
dun.
true.
And it's very
You know what?
important.
Actually, if I just see something shiny, you know what else is shiny and silver? The chain that you stole from the Red
Interesting.
Wizards.
Okay.
And Caitlin's perception isn't actually that good. So if she's thinking that for some whack reason they are dropping the things she took from them back into the cage, she will try to. Can I snatch it out of the air? I don't know.
You want to snatch which?
Or I'll like dot, or as I'm on my way to.
So as the razor wire is being thrown into the cage, you want to grab it from the air.
Yes, because technically I am also in the air.
100%. You reach out as you see this shiny object and you grab it.
And I probably immediately realize, shit, this doesn't feel at all like a silver chain because fuck, grabbing that hurt.
A little bit. You can feel the blood
not a
kind
ton.
of, you can feel as the razor wire kind of like sticks into your skin a little bit.
Yeah, do I roll my own 2d4 or only?
So,
well, it's
until
on
you
a
make
hit
the
or a
actual
miss.
attack, you won't roll the 2d4.
Okay. So. 17.
I need
And
a
on
dex
the
saving throw from Haley or from Laurel.
yeah,
Okay.
and
See
I
a
will take
17.
the 2d4.
17. What a shitty thing to get a nat 20 on.
Oh,
Well, you're going to take half of 3d10 because I forgot to put that in the description. It's still razor wire. So I need you to roll me 3d10, Jessa.
As a reaction, I will sort of just unleash a scream, and I'm going to use Hellish Rebuke.
ooh.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay. That's a
before.
triple X on this round. Just
Wait.
FYI.
I'm gonna do something before she can even take a reaction, so she can't do that yet. Because mine's a free
Oh.
action.
Hellish Rebuke, or not that Hellish Rebuke, but your Infernal Conduit.
My Baleful Interdiction is a free
That's the
action
one
to
I
burn.
meant. Yeah.
Hellish Conduit and Baleful Interdiction are pretty damn close when you get into like the terms of stuff.
I need you, Ensign. I need you, Darren. I need you to do me a huge favor. I need you to send me the actual breakdown of that subclass or that class, because I'm always constantly fucking that up.
We'll write you a cheat sheet. It'll be
Yeah,
fine.
please do.
Okay, so it's a total of 24.
So 3d10 you roll
Halved.
24. So that's 12 to Cage, or to, not to Cage, to Laurel, and then 2d4 to you.
Yeah, I already
And
took my 2d4.
on that, I'm gonna burn both seals. Not one. I'm gonna burn both of them.
Oh my god, poor Laurel.
I'm at 1 hit point.
Yeah, no. If that's the case,
Oh.
that's 6 plus 5 for 11 plus 2 plus 2. That's 15
You hear
necrotic.
the crowd roar as Catering lashes out with his razor wire, wraps around Laurel's body, pulls it tight, deals the damage. Catering, I need you to roll me a performance check with advantage and add double your proficiency, please.
Nice.
Oh, with advantage and at double my proficiency.
Mhm.
Okay. well,
Could I, in my last breath, give her my portent roll of an 18?
Hell yeah, you can.
You get an 18.
What's 18 plus double your
Cool.
proficiency bonus? If you take it, Catering.
Okay. What if my proficiency bonus is a 0? Because double 0 is.
Well, no, that's
Zero.
impossible.
No, your
because
proficiency
at
bonus
level
is 3.
5, it's 3. So you're getting
Oh,
a
my proficiency
20,
bonus. Duh. Okay,
Yeah.
so 24.
24, and
Since
you
I
have no
don't add
charisma.
anything. No.
Okay.
Nope.
As that happens and all goes down, a small little piece of blue flame goes through the air, and I just grab it.
Okay.
Laurel drops with a smile.
The victor! Catering from Marsember. If we could have Kyo, the god, and Vesperia step forward and pick their weapons, please.
I start fighting. I don't go quietly.
You're actually gonna fight?
I mean, I'm like resisting, dragging hands around the chains, trying to like keep myself from going to the cage. I will have to be placed in the cage by someone.
You have 3 guards pull you into the cage.
Yep.
Kyo tries to restrain, but the guards have to pull him into the cage as well. Are you picking a weapon? So I'm assuming, Vest, you're not picking a weapon. Kyo is also not picking a weapon.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
So Vest, it is your turn first. What are you doing?
I'm rolling.
Yes, you are rolling. Roll me that perception or that wisdom save as you are forced into the water, on top of water.
You all see Vess, who has been screaming and kicking and writhing between 3 guards, freeze the moment my feet touch the grate and look around, lock eyes with Ensign, and run to the edge of the cage. And I will take damage to try and get my hands, my fingers, anything through the cage. Please, you have to get me out of here. I have to go. I can't be here. Please, I'll do anything. And that's my whole turn.
Kyo being right after you. I will not fight her. She is a friend. Ember, is there anything you want to do? Just hearing Vess just literally like break down.
I mean, I'm like on my knees, supporting myself on the cage, sobbing.
She's freaking out. Ember's gonna try to lunge towards the cage to try to get her out of there.
Roll me a strength check, Ember.
That's not gonna do me any damn good.
Are we all connected in one chain, or are we all like?
That would be a 16 for a 16.
So I was going to
16
say
for a
if
16. Yeah. Go ahead, Valzana. What?
I was going to say if she's lunging forward, am I close to her? Yeah, I'm lunging as well. If Vess is on her knees, like trying to like beg to get out,
So-
I'm going over there too. So that'd be both of us.
You guys are
Yeah, that's a
able
16
to.
for 16.
Yeah, so you guys are able to pull yourself towards the gate, and Ember, you grab onto that gate and you try and pull as hard as you can, and hard, and with Valzana there, she tries as hard as well as to.
Valzana's not going to try and tread the cage. She's actually going to grab Vess's hand.
Okay, so I will put you right here instead. Ember, as you try and pull and pull and pull. This cage is not giving. Valzana, you reach out your hand and grab at Vess. Vess, you will have advantage on your next wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And she's going to say, she's going to grab it and she's going to say, "You're going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's not going to hurt you."
I can't do it. Please, you have to get me out of here, please.
And she's going to, and basically Valzana's face is going to basically calm itself down, as she's usually up and at him. She actually has a relatively calm face, almost like an older sister. "You're going to be okay."
If you will not fight, we will put an opponent in there for you to fight. And you guys watch as Kyo watches as a shadow forms in front of him and will try and strike him right then and there. He's gonna get a 19 to hit with his dex, which is a 22, plus his proficiency, which is a 4. So 16 to hit on Kyo. That is his armor class. It will be half damage. However, because of the attack that he is trying to make is going to be... Oh, no, sorry. That's a plus 8 to hit. So 19, 27. That will actually hit immaculately. Four. So he's going to take 6 points of damage. Unfortunately, he's also going to have his strength reduced by... 3. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to roll. And with that, I'm gonna roll initiative for him quickly.
What?
Okay. So with that, Amber, it is your turn. You decided to do that and help them. The Red Wizard. Oh, go ahead.
I have a question.
Yes.
Amber's still in her normal clothes, yes?
Oh,
She didn't change. Amber didn't change. She stayed very normal.
Yep.
Hypothetically, because she's got all sorts of fun pins and trinkets on her, could she pull a pin to try to pick the lock on the cage?
There is no lock in that exact location. The actual entrance is over here.
Okay, then she's gonna start moving towards the damn lock. She's gonna get her out of there. She's bound and determined to get her out of there now.
Unfortunately, you only have 5 feet of movement because you are chained right now. So as you try and move, there will be a chain that pulls back on you. So I will need to make me a strength saving throw to determine whether you can pull this guard with you.
That's fine. Come on, dice, work with me. Never mind. That's a 13.
Yeah, no, that's not enough. I'm sorry.
Fuck. That's right.
Anson, you see as your partner is freaking out inside of this cage. What do you want to do? Anson not there.
Oh, I'm here.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Just thinking quickly.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah, I'll just take a step forward because I only have the 5 feet. Unconscious Laurel. Like drag a little bit. Best. It'll be fine. Trust me.
I can't do it. Please.
It will be okay. Trust me.
Laurel, What do you want to do? Oh no, you're unconscious. Never
Super
mind.
dead. Yeah.
The assassins are you're unconscious. You're not dead. The assassins are screaming with joy. Volsana, what do you want to do?
Okay. Balzona's going to unclip her blanket and kind of put it over Bess's head. kind of like just kind of drape it over like a cloak. Go, you're gonna be okay.
You can't, unfortunately, because of the way that the cage is. It's 4 inches, so her head's not actually sticking through. So to try and get it through, you have to like lose your blanket.
Yeah, I'd probably still hand it to her.
Okay.
In her hands, hold this. You're gonna be okay. And I'm going to stand up and look over at the people where the weapons are, and say, is this crowd looking for a fist fight between a shadow and a giant? Or are they looking for a real fight? You threw him in there with no weapons.
They chose not to take one. It is on them.
You saw them not take it, or did you drag them into the cage?
They had their chance. Now shut up and let them fight. Anything else, Volsana?
No, she's just gonna be like, guess the crowd would prefer a fist fight then.
Okay. So the assassin is going to take 2 attacks against Kyo. The first one is going to hit. The second one is also going to hit, but it's going to be half. This is going to be, again, piercing damage with their shadow blades. So it's going to be 2d6. So the first one is going to be 3 plus 4 is 7. And the next one is going to be 3 plus 4, which is halved to 3. And because they both hit, he's going to take 2d4 on his strength. So the first one is a 3, so he'll take 3. Oops. So that'll be 12, and then the other one is a 1, so he'll take 1. No, he'll take 0 because we round down. And then the assassin will look over at Vesperia and be like, "Do you want to see your friend die? You might want to fight back." Keith is very much unconscious. Kadrine, is there anything you want to do as you see your friend Vess trying to get out of the cage?
I think as I look at Vess, I also glance at Laurel. You'll have to fight. There is no choice about it. Unless you're going to lay down and die.
Okay. I will give Vess, your next wisdom save against your fear will be at advantage. With that, Vess, it is your turn. As you hear these words from Kadrine, these words of inspiration, you feel this overwhelming encouragement, courage well up through you. Vess, I need you to add the Oathkeeper to your inventory as it sprouts out from your hand.
Okay.
The Oathkeeper does radiant damage. However, I will be making the corrections for it. If, from this point forward, if you were to use the Oathkeeper, which will be allowed to be used as an offhand weapon for you, if you are able to, if you wield it and you find out that the opponent is resistant to radiant damage, you will actually be able to cast necrotic damage from it, as well as necrotic into radiant instead. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. You also see as your sword, as this radiant weapon shows up, and it is surrounded by this radiant light. You also see as the same blade that used to be on Kiyo's waist sheathed reappears itself in front of him. You both now have the ability to wield the Oathkeeper. And that is where we're going to end our session tonight.
What?
Cool.
A shiny new toy.
There's two now.
I got a
I
new
mean,
toy.
you're still
I can
actively
wield
having
it
a
as
panic
an
attack, but
offhand.
You
Yeah.
are both worthy.
That's
The Oathkeeper, which is a
wild.
long sword, you can wield in your offhand. So you now have you officially have the ability to wield two weapons.
So can I wield Raven's Edge in one hand and the Oathkeeper in the other hand?
Yes, you can.
As a person who dual wields a long sword,
Wild.
two long swords, it's fantastic.
So
Jesus
you will,
Christ.
you will be granted the dual wielder feat, so that you can use the benefits of the dual wielder, and you will be able to wield not only your Raven's Edge, which we have built from your magical ancestral weapon, but you will also be able to wield this Oathkeeper, which allows you to deal an additional 1d6 of damage on an attack roll that is radiant.
Jesus.
However, because of your affinity and because you have, shown that you do not want to hurt your friends, you have been granted this ability to fight using necrotic or radiant on that 1d6. The only drawback to that weapon is that if it is resistance to necrotic damage, and if it is resistance to radiant damage, which it is innately used for, the first attack that you make with that weapon will be halved. But if it is vulnerable, oh boy, I gotta make sure I get this right. If you deal damage with this weapon and it is resistance to radiant damage, it will be half damage. But on your next turn, you can then inflict necrotic damage instead, or vice versa.
So basically, just the first attack, I learn that it's resistant, and then in subsequent, I can then choose to change it.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep, exactly. So you have
Thank
now,
you, kind and merciful GM.
you have now been given the sword that Kiyo has been refusing to use since your conversation with him.
I have a very interesting relationship with this sword that I cursed out. Yay.
Both of you now have the Oathkeeper in your inventory for this fight that is coming up when we start up next week again. And then we will continue on with our cage fight.
Woo-woo. Fight club.
Cage fight. Fight club. Fight club.
With that being said, before we end the session and head off for the evening, what did you guys think?
Chaos. Absolute chaos.
It was quite chaotic.
That's a great word for it.
Basic, just chaos.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it was pretty fun though.
Tyrannical, maybe?
Beat up Laurel.
It was all
A
good
little
until
bit.
Vess had a mental breakdown. And then that's when everybody's like, oh, this is absolutely serious. Oh,
I imagine
no.
that's why you pushed me further down, isn't it, Kyle?
Kind of. You were going to be first, but then I decided to do a d6 roll to see how the order would work, and you guys ended up being the third, well, technically the fourth, because your dad and Bree were the first, which was totally by roll. If they hadn't been by roll, it would have been Keith and Ensign first. So
The casual drama of you walking in on your dad getting absolutely murked at the beginning of this.
Yikes.
Amazing.
Vess is having a good day. This is Vess's big day.
however, you're freaking out not only because of the water, but I'm assuming as the way I heard it, that your dad being literally have the shit kicked out of him is not exactly what you wanted to see today. Regardless of your relationship
there's
with
no
him.
love lost between them, but also
A little jarring.
his jaw got shattered and he was gutted in front of me. So,
Nobody's allowed
at the
to
very
hurt him
least,
but you.
I wanted to be the one to do it.
This is fair. This is fair. All right. Well, what was that?
No. Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to be muted. Oh well.
No worries, no worries. Hey, we're at the end of the show, and this is where everybody's allowed to just quickly talk about some things.
No, I had just said. I just was mirroring what she said. And I was like, no one's allowed to hurt him but me. It's basically what Vess was.
Well, it's more of a war of attrition in the Talval family. We're not out for blood, but we will ruin you mentally and socially forever.
Amazing.
This is fair. This is fair. With that being said, we'll finish off this cage fight next week. We have the final. We'll have obviously Vesperia and Keo facing off against this assassin who has literally been like slowly killing Keo as his attacks have been going off. We will then go on to Amber versus Swift the Fourth. And finally, we will finish it off with Valzana versus Dana. So that will be how we hopefully we'll hopefully get through all of those next session. But with that, there's a couple of announcements I would like to make. As we didn't do them at the beginning of the show, I'd like to do them at the end of the show. So if you guys are looking for ambient music, if you guys are looking for something to add a little bit of spice and action to your campaigns, check out Syrinscape. We use all of their ambient music to create a effect within our campaigns. So go ahead and check out Syrinscape. If you guys are interested, we do have an open Discord community that we would love if you could all join. If you type !Discord, you guys will get the link. Come and talk to us. We are I'm 100% almost always active at least 3 or 4 times during the day, unless it's a session day. Go ahead, come and jump into the general chat, talk to us, chat with us, ask us questions. We're always there. Eventually somebody will answer. We are on YouTube. All of the episodes have been uploaded to our Google Drive. As far as I know, Darren is going to be working on them over the next 7 days to try and get them out as quickly as possible for us. So check that out. ! YouTube for the link. We have our Extra Life thing going on. We are currently at $225 raised. We are obviously always working to try and increase that amount for sick kids all across the world. In this case, for me, I am dealing with BC Children's Hospital for all sick kids. So if you guys feel like you want to donate to that, I believe Extra Life will get you that link, or you can check the panels below on our Twitch. And last but not least, and this is a question/statement going out for everybody, I have a one-shot planned for October 30th. It is a Sunday, and it will be starting at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern. It is a Lovecraftian dark horror campaign, one-shot, that is going to be happening. And are any of my Wednesday crew interested in joining? I currently have 3 on my Wednesday crew. The rest of them, unfortunately, were not able to make it. So I am extending the offer now to you guys. is there anybody that is interested? Again, it's 10 o'clock Pacific in the morning to 1 o'clock Eastern. And that will be going until it is done. So hopefully no later than 9 Pacific. It does say it's a 5-hour run time. So if you guys are not able to commit a 5-hour run session, let me know. But if not, we will be doing that on October 30th, which is a Sunday at 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern. I think that is all the announcements for the evening, other than obviously merchandise. Exclamation point merch for my merchandise. You can get things from all the way from mouse pads to coffee cups to desk mats, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and if you type exclamation point dagger in the chat, that will get you all more of the generic like the crit fail stuff and stuff like that for stickers and t-shirts and stuff like that as well. With all those announcements, I think I got them all covered this time. May your dice be as unlucky as our rolls, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.